Welcome to my live. Hi everyone. Let me start by welcoming the people on YouTube, then I'll come to TikTok, because this is where a whole lot of engagement is going to be taking place. Guys, I'm trying to do something that I've never done in the past. Okay, so you'll have to be very patient with me, Shem. Poor Skepsel. My site is bad, so because of that. Hey. Okay. Technology is not my friend, guys. I know a lot of stuff, but technology is definitely not one of them. So you will have to be patient with me. Hi, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so what I was actually trying to do now is to be live here so that I can read the comments while you guys are commenting there, because my site is really, really bad. I can't read from where I'm seated now. And I need a position where I'll be visible on TikTok and on YouTube. Né? So because I'm a village girl, you know me, village. I'm trying to figure out, or how do I then be live? Hey, technology is not my thing. I don't know how to do the live thing here. Let me see. Hopefully I'll see something. Nah, I'm not winning. So because I'm not winning, I guess I'll just have to leave this thing alone. Huh? Hi everybody, welcome. You see, this is my problem, guys. I have, oh, there we go. I think I see something there. I might be successful in terms of reading your comments, because I'm trying to, yay, technology, you are a liar. The devil is a liar. I can see here, so meaning that I can see the comments here. Right, let's see if I'll be able to see the comments if we're on full screen. Guys, I like the view of myself here on this thing. Please. Okay, but now the problem is that I'm not seeing the comments. Yo, Haisham, technology. Technology has never loved me. A lot of things have loved me, but definitely not technology. You see the comments which are here? I can't see that here. I can't see that. Yeah, alright, let's just leave it like that. Maybe they'll pop up or something. Okay, let me start that side. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. If you're joining in for the first time, please, it's a tradition. When you get here, you hit the like and then you subscribe. If you are feeling generous, you are more than welcome to give me a sticky or a sticker. I don't know what they call them, yeah, something like that. And also to hit the bell so that whenever I go live or I post or I upload a video, you get a notification and then you just come and indulge. Okay, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I really appreciate every single one of you who is here. The nice thing about the YouTube recording is that even after the live has ended, you guys get to indulge, you guys get to binge watch on everything that you've missed out. So meaning that if there are people who are not here yet, who are only going to be here later on, they're only going to be able to indulge on this engagement on YouTube only, not on TikTok. Okay, sharp. We're happy. We are happiness. Now let's move on to TikTok. Hi everyone, welcome back to my, okay, no, TikTok, we don't do that here, ne? No, we don't do that. We just say hi everyone, welcome to the live. Please hit the screen, ne? So that you like. Okay, and that will be it on the side. So topic of the day, we have an elephant in the room, guys, and I need you to understand that there's a lot of people who have been saying that they're gonna be joining the live because, yeah, we want to see this one. Yeah, guys, I need you to understand that this is not war. Okay, we are not fighting here. I know that I look like I'm really, really good at fighting, but no, unfortunately, we're not fighting. We're not fighting today. We're not fighting any other day. It's all love. Okay, we love each other, and I think that as women, because majority of people who are here obviously will be women, as women, we have a problem of finding unnecessary things which divide us, and we get like, guys, we get divided unnecessarily. So, and you know the saying, united we stand, divided we fall. So some of these things that we have to go through as women alone in our corners, we don't necessarily have to go through all of that, but we're going through it because we don't support each other. And when you look at the reason why you're not supporting your sister, the reasons are pathetic. I'll give you an example with the gents, guys. Okay, I know that there are gents here on this live, but I want to give you an example with the gents. Will you ever find a guy who's jealous of another guy because that guy is married? No. Will you ever find a guy who's jealous of another guy because he's wearing a ring? No. When a guy says hallelujah at church using his left hand, will you find other guys saying, ooh, this one is a show off? No. Will you find a guy complaining that his divorced friend talks too much about divorce? No, guys, do you understand what I'm talking about when I say we as ladies, we have so many pathetic things which are dividing us, and it's not even necessary. We don't have to be dividing, okay? But I know that there are gents here. There are so many of them who want to engage, you know, and I appreciate every single person who's going to be here today, and this is for everyone, okay? I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to let in our guests. Remember, there are some people that I had invited to come and join us, but this one is not limited to anybody or anything. Anybody can join in, anybody can come through as a guest, and anybody can share their 2 cents, okay? We're not limiting anybody to anything, right? Cool. So, I'm gonna go first. Guys, there's a lot of information that we are sharing as human beings, as we grow older. And because we are living in a civilized world, the information that we're sharing, some information used to be information that was never shared in the past. There are things that when we're growing up, you know, in our homes and everything, certain information was never shared because at a certain age you're not supposed to know of certain things, and also because of what do you call this thing? It's a taboo for you to know certain things as a child. But now we are growing up and we are evolving and we are just civilized now. Even our kids know that they come from our tummies. When we're pregnant, we let our kids kiss our tummies. Like literally, we are evolving every single day. So even the way that we communicate, people are not as much of in the dark as they were in the past. So this evolving comes with a lot of good and bad, okay? The good thing about it is that people are aware, né? But now the bad thing about it is that people are now scared of certain things. We have a lot of people who are now reluctant towards things like getting married simply because of what they had or what they saw, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be that way. So the reason why I called this live, I requested that we have this live, is so that we can engage openly, you know. And I'm not even gonna judge anyone, because I know for a fact that it's not easy for somebody who is married to openly share the good and the bad of marriage. How do I know this? I was once married, and I know that we were taught that when we are married, we are supposed to sit on top of other things. I always make a joke to say that, you know, the way after I got divorced, I have now a bump, you know. I didn't have this bump before because I was sitting on top of my problems, and the minute I stood up, now all of a sudden I have a natural BBL, you know. But in all honesty, if there's one thing that we are taught is to keep quiet, you know, to not talk about things which happens in our households. And sometimes when you find out certain things about your partner, they tell you out, this is how marriage actually is. Okay, the things that you will find out when you're already married, where people will be telling you, surprise, surprise, this is actually how marriage is. Wouldn't it have been fair if you knew how marriage was, or the reality, the truth about it before you got married? It would have been nice, right? And obviously, as somebody who is divorced, as myself, I would absolutely hate to push a narrative that marriage is a terrible thing, is a bad thing, and then tomorrow I find love again, I want to get married, and the people now feel like I am a sellout, you know, I'm a Judas Iscariot. Because the other day I posted a video, you know, I was blushing because of my significant other, you know. I actually, when I took the video, I was not even aware of my facial expression because I was looking at them while the camera was on, and then the whole time I was just full of happiness. I was smiling, I was this, I was that, right? So then I edited that video out and I posted it and then I use some song there, and then you could tell that this person is literally blushing because of whoever that they're looking at. I was also as amazed when I looked at the video, okay? So a lot of people jokingly, obviously, they were like, how? You know, you wanna get married and leave us here? Who are you leaving us with? You know, then I realized, actually, this is not some sort of a married people one side, divorced people one side. This is more of information sharing, guys, because just yesterday and day before yesterday, I was sharing information about story time about a guy that I met, that I dated for 2 weeks. Such information is crucial to share because the following day somebody might bump into, or somebody may have bumped into somebody who's a swindler in the past, and they didn't even know that they were being swindled, and that person got away with it. Or somebody could be in a position where tomorrow they will be facing the same thing, but they won't know what to do, and they won't even see the red flag because nobody talks about it. But me being able to openly speak about it, it gives people that thing, oh, actually, I've heard somebody speaking about something like this. Then you know what, red flag, red flag, red flag. You get what I'm saying? So same applies to information which is being shared about divorce. Ne? I think a lot of us, we sit on top of information when we are married. A whole lot of information, we sit on top of it. And then when we do, because remember when you are married and things are not working out, you are going to protect that marriage. You're going to protect that union in most cases. And then you're only going to speak about the beautiful things which happen in your marriage. And the minute you now stand up, now it's time for you to share the other side. And then hence, people like me are always going to be labeled as bitter, angry, because I was now just going off or on the bad things which were happening. And actually, Mina, because I was vocal from day one, when I was going to court, when I was filing, when I was, I was vocal about everything. So obviously, majority of the information which I'm going to be sharing on a daily basis will be all about the process of divorce. And I always say this, it's just unfortunate that content that I share, where I speak about how I believe in love, and how if I find love again, that kind of love where I would have to get married again, I would definitely get married again, but that obviously that type of information never goes viral. So people only see the viral information of all this other stuff that they don't like, and then they will just generally conclude that my content is all about negative stuff. Okay, I'm quite comfortable with people being opinionated. I mean, if I put myself out there for you to be opinionated, then why should I be mad when you're opinionated? But at the same time, just because you have an opinion, it doesn't necessarily mean that I must take it. That one, we will fight that. If you are going to shove an opinion down my throat, then we're going to have a problem. It's okay for you. You are well within your rights to comment on things that I've put out there. But for you to force me to be a certain person, then that's not going to happen. That's not going to be possible, Anyway, that's that. I'm hoping that I'm gonna let people in so that we can at least, because I see people request cancel. I'm not sure what's what, but there are some people who promised me that they were gonna be here today, and they were gonna come and share their side, because I really wanted this live to be balanced. I really wanted it to be balanced. I really wanted it to be an open engagement, an honest engagement. My sister, I want to accept you, but the way your name is written, you are scaring me. I hope you're a real human being, you're not a robot, okay? Or somebody from wants to hack my account. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Hi, ladies.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can introduce yourself and then just share with us.
Okay. My name is Bridget. I'm currently in Ireland. Hi, ladies.
Hi, Pri.
I just want to share my few bits, to be honest. I believe no one really, no woman in a right mind gets married to divorce.
True.
To be honest.
True.
No one wants to be in that phase. And on another hand, I feel like sisterhood really is not so accepting, like it's not so receptive to we can be receptive to someone who's maybe had a boyfriend and they broke up, but it's kind of a different situation whereby you were married and you divorced and stuff. Like the reception that you actually get from your friends and family, it's quite different. Like from a point of view, I'm actually undergoing separation. I met this lovely man we knew each other from 10 years and we decided to get married like 21,
Excuse me.
2021. For some reason, it didn't work. To be honest, it has been horrible. Like very, very horrible. And I feel like I am so alone, to be honest, so alone. I feel like I don't have that sisterhood support. Like, it's as if I'm getting a backlash. Okay, when you left us and you got married. Like, I'm no longer having those kind of friends that I have.
Yeah.
You know, the feeling, the friendship that we had.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because maybe I got married and things changed. You know, you started doing things with your partner and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's very hard, to be honest, in marriage. Sorry, I just requested I didn't get a topic or...
Oh, okay. No, but then what you're saying is actually quite insightful. It's actually more or less the same as what we're actually talking about today, you know, because I can really, I can confirm, or I agree, I concur to what you're saying now, because, you know what is the thing? Can I be honest with you? There's this other narrative that when you are married, ne? Your best friend, and this thing is usually applicable to women only, you know. It's ridiculous. When you married, your best friend is your husband. I mean, this guy has friends of his own, you have friends of your own, but when you guys are married now, your husband is your best friend, ne? And this thing becomes so overwhelming for the guy to have you around all the time. Excuse me, sorry about that. To a point where now, as the woman, it's either you move away from your friends or people move away from you because, oh, now you are married, you are mass ban. Like, literally, you being married, it's such a heavy thing on you. You literally grow from your age to 10 years more in terms of the dignity that people want to give you, and that dignity is quite heavy, you know, because then it means that you can't do the things that you used to do. You must now be serious now. You must grow up now. You understand what I'm saying? And that growing up that people have to do when they're now married is the reason why people... it's a subconscious thing, you know, in a lot of cases where people move away from you. And obviously in some cases it comes with jealousy, but in some cases it's more like, okay, we don't want her to think that we are jealous of her, and also want to give her space for her to be with her friends. But the funny thing is that your guy on the other end, his life goes on as normal. He's being with his friends whenever and stuff. And then when things now become sour, you are all alone. You don't even know where to start to go back to those people that you left behind, because whenever you're trying to be the serious one.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying there's no audio. Just give me a moment. Somebody's saying there's no audio. I just want to confirm that, and also if the no audio, is it from my side or is it from your side? Is it from my side or is it from the guest? Or maybe it's his network, so we can proceed this side. We are fine. Okay, no, we can proceed, my sister.
Okay, yeah, I was saying, like, I think it's so ruthless. It's as if society accepts men to be divorced, but for a woman, it's a total different situation whereby even when you're going back to date, they need to say who do you are. It's another situation, you know. It's as if you are judged. Yet, you know, I was even listening to some other TikTok. This lady saying, men, most of our wounds come from men. Most of women's wounds, they come from men, because there are a lot of situations, especially that married women sit on and just keep quiet. Especially from my situation, Mina, the reason why I even said, okay, I'm now separating, it was because of friends. Friends didn't give me a break. To be honest, the three of my friends were part of... and I do not blame my friends, really. I blame my partner. Because he's the one that was doing that to me. With friends, I can always get, other people to actually be friends with. But it's so bad. Like, you can't really just wake up and pick up your pieces and just...
It's harder for you as a woman, guys. It's hard for you as a woman because, number one, remember, Mina, for me, ne, Honestly speaking, it's just that I get so overwhelmed when I share my stories because I share divorce content like nobody's business, and also not in a breath where I'm trying to scare people or whatever, but because I want people to be aware. Guys, it's hard because number one, you leave your family as a woman, you change your surname as a woman. Guys, I've made peace with the fact that my email address as work is going to be my ex-husband's surname. You know, at least my ID has changed. All the efforts that you have to put through, guys, it's like a marriage is a transition for a woman, and it's not much of a transition for a man because everything on his end remains the same. And also when you get divorced, you get all the beatings. You carry that, like literally it's not a fair world. It's not kind towards us women, you know. That's the truth of the matter, because if you're a guy and you're getting divorced to your wife, you just divorce, you change your marital status to divorced, your ID is still the same, your everything is still the same. Like literally, it's just another day, another dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome, my love. You're most welcome. I'm gonna let a few people in now, and I'm gonna let you go, or you can exit if you can. Eh? Because I want to try and balance this thing out, because I want to hear both sides, from people who are married and from people who are divorced. Even those who are not married, guys, if you want to share your 2 cents of how do you feel about us people who share marital content and divorce content, and you find out tomorrow that somebody was sharing beautiful love stories, the next thing they've killed each other, or I've been sharing divorce content, the next thing I'm married. How does that affect you as somebody who is not yet married, or who wants to either get married, or you've decided that you don't want to get married because of the content that you're picking up on the streets? Everybody's opinion really matters in this case because we are trying to build each other. Hi, who's going next?
Could you remove me? I can't myself.
Oh, okay, no problem. We have Anna. Is it Anna that we have here?
Yes, it's Anna.
Hi, Anna.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yes, you may go ahead.
I think I'm a 3 or a 4 in 1.
Okay.
If I could put it like that, I was married, got divorced, and got married again.
Okay. So you are a perfect candidate to actually share with us everything.
Say again?
I'm saying, when you are a perfect candidate, you are a 4 in 1, like you are saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I think there's somebody who is speaking here. Let me see if I can mute. Kensani, baka, you know, guys. Somebody's talking.
Sorry, it doesn't show here. Sorry.
Okay. Sharp. I've let Kensani go. Kensani, you will come through again. Let's just take Anna now. Anna, you may proceed, my love.
Yeah, Mina, I enjoy both content, to be honest.
Okay.
Both single and married, I enjoy both.
Okay.
I enjoy all of them.
Okay.
Because we never had, when I was getting divorced, I was like mostly by myself, encouraged by friends, because I'm not a person who's got too many friends, so I only keep real friends. So I've got like 3 or 4 real friends.
Okay.
They were married, but they managed to carry me through. And you guys now on TikTok encouraging others or showing the difficulties of getting divorced, because people are under the impression that, when you divorce, it's just a walk in the park.
Yeah.
But which is even not. And people insinuating that when you talk about divorce, then we're encouraging others to divorce. I find that one, that people are stereotyped and they are not declaring.
Because, my love, the thing with that one, it's just that obviously, I'm not one person to always go around defending myself on unnecessary things. I gain absolutely nothing with you staying married or getting divorced. Like, I gain nothing. I don't need you to boost my confidence as a divorced person or boost my confidence as somebody who wants to get married someday. I'm very much content. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I always say, when I see people who are married, I'm inspired, because I feel like I could do it again. And even if I say I might want to do it again, there's no guarantee that I'll do it and it will work out. I might find a different set of wows in the new marriage. You get what I'm saying? But I'm that liberated to say, I gain absolutely nothing in getting more people to get divorced. And then what after everybody has divorced? But I really encourage people to be healthy and happy and to think of themselves, put themselves first, and I encourage healthy relationships.
Correct.
Yes.
And doing that divorce content gives others to also be content. Like myself, when I was still a divorcee, I owned up to the being called a return soldier, and it didn't even hurt me because I'm like, okay, maybe that's why I'm returned because I can't kiss it to so no give like when I said I really anymore, so it's fine without being called a return soldier, and it's okay if someone feels worried. He wants to be the representative by calling me a return soldier. It doesn't hurt me because I'm like,
can I ask you something, my sister? Because I think I might have a few questions for you because you were married, divorced, and got married again.
Yeah.
Did you at some point feel that you were pressured to get married again because you when you were divorced, you were feeling shame, and then now you wanted to now that you married again, you feel like that shame has been lifted off of you, or you've never experienced anything like that?
Now what I do is when I make a decision, I close up to any external noise.
Okay.
And I make my own decision.
Also, when you are self-aware.
Now I'm very self-conscious of everything that happens within me.
Okay.
So when I left my marriage, I took off the ring and never been bothered by the fact that my fingers don't have a ring.
Yeah.
I returned my father's surname, and I heard what you say about your work email. Luckily, at our work, they've got a system to change your surname, even though it's like in the front, at the background, it's still, but when an email goes through, it goes with your new surname.
Yeah.
So I changed my surname back to my father's surname, left my kids, and never been bothered by the fact that my kids are using their father's surname.
Yeah.
This is their father. That I can't change, no matter how, even if I can get a husband who loves them dearly, their father is that one that I chose for them.
Yeah.
So I was never pressured by anything, even with the friends that I had, because some of my friends are divorcees, some of my friends are happily married. And happily married does not mean that they don't have children, but 90% or 80% of the time they are happy. Okay. So I was never pressured. I actually declined my current husband's proposal 3 times. I was not pressured by anything.
Oh, you declined his proposal before you agreed to get married again for the second time.
I declined before because when I divorced me, I told myself that I'll never get married again.
Sure.
I was like, you know what, this marriage thing doesn't work. Listen to people, they're staying. It's only few that I know who are managing their marriage, who both the partners are working into making sure that they're building the marriage. And I was like, this thing, I was able to that I really. So when we proposed the first time, I was like, well, me, I'm not ready. I'm still my father's daughter. I'm happy to continue with my father's surname without being bothered. But we were okay. I could feel it. My children warm up to him. He's liking me with a lot of things. We are compatible. We enjoy spending time together. But the marriage thing for me was like, no, I'm self-sustainable. In my house, I get to get anything. So I'm not getting young. And he's like, he's also a divorcee, but he's like, no, I want to experience this in a marriage setup because our relationship was good. And I was like, no, marriage will mess it up. I don't want my mindset was like, this whole thing will change. I'm expected now to go and visit my mother-in-law and clean there. No, I cannot stress it. It's just me and him. So I never got stressed at all until I myself decided to it. And I didn't even decide, like, we were just having our relationship ongoing, whatever, I don't want to get married. And just one particular November 2021, because we got married last year, 2021, it's unfortunate that you don't want to marry me. I'm like, what? I don't want to marry you. Like, as if something has changed from that moment. Or, you know what, I don't want to get married anymore, or anything like that. So I'm like, I started thinking about it proper to say, but will it really change? And if it ends in tears, you can't treat life Ugari, give homework, things will change.
Yeah.
So I went to the idea, and then I was still telling myself, I won't change my surname to his surname. Otherwise, maybe I'll do it. And some of the things, I don't want to bring Christianity into it, But now I've got my own special relationship with you.
Sure.
And I always say, if I'm in a church and they're preaching about divorce, they're not talking to me. They're talking to Baba because I know I can't.
Yeah.
So I don't even get offended.
Your conscience is clear.
Your conscience is clear, and I know how much I tried to save
Sure.
my marriage. And there were times that I felt, yo, Mama, why did I stay for so long? And there were times where I said to myself, I had to stay for that long so that my conscience can be clear.
Yeah.
So my conscience is very, very clear. I didn't get anything. But now I have a divorce, I do divorce. Over, I will let that high. Like in my own relationship,
Sure.
maybe I rather anything like that.
Sure.
So what I'm trying to bring across, some of the things, depending on what kind of a relationship you've got with your God.
Yeah.
Not the
Sure.
They can inspire you to do things in a different way. I didn't want to change to my husband's surname. I wanted to stay with my father's daughter. Even though I'm married, I changed my mind on the eve of my wedding day. Because and then God starts replaying some records for you that nobody else will understand anyway if I explain it here.
Sure.
When the confirmation came, you know what? This man has honored me.
Sure.
He paid full a day to me according to what my parents wanted from him.
Sure.
So actually, this is my first real marriage. What I'm going to do is I'm not from the onset. I knew all the red flags. I change as a change. I turn up the
Sure.
the citrus fruit and you picked a lemon and now you want me to change the lemon
To an orange.
If you are tired of taking that same lemon, drop it, go and pick up the orange. So those kind of things, it's between you and your God. What do you do in other things? Don't listen to too much of noise. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to change my surname. When we got married, my husband was under the impression that I'm not going to change to his surname. Then I changed to his surname. I'm not under pressure of any sort. I'm able to make my decision and get firm with it until the one that I served makes me to change my mind, not human beings.
Sure.
Some human beings are better, more wisdom. Okay, like now I'm very aware in my own way. And now because I'm more like you, I'm a very strong, opinionated, self-sufficient woman. So I had to, in my new marriage, I'm learning to
let,
an opportunity to be a husband.
Sure.
Not being leader the way down. So when I said, we want to really bring the leading to it, because everybody will believe more what they believe in. But be self-aware of what you want to do.
Sure.
I was not under pressure to answer your question.
Can I ask you something, Ceci? I remember I told you, Orwena, because you are like 4-in-1, I'm going to have a follow-up question, a whole lot of questions for you, ne? Because you're really covering everybody from single people, people who are divorced, people who are married, because you are married now, right? Do you think that if you had not gotten married the first time, right, to your ex-husband, do you think that this marriage that you are in now would be flourishing the way it is flourishing now? Or do you think that there are some lessons that you learned from your previous marriage which you took into this new marriage and you are doing better, you are doing some sort of correction?
To be honest, I'm doing corrections. And I started doing corrections from day one.
Sure.
Because in my first marriage, as the relationship proceeded, I'm one of those who started asking, when are we getting married?
Sure.
Before even a person can even think of marrying, then I was the one who was asking, when are we getting married?
Sure.
I was the one who initiated our first child. I'm ready. Let's have our first child. I'm the one who let's drop the budget of getting married. This is the type of that
you were leading in that first marriage, my sister. Yeah? I'm saying you were leading the man in that marriage.
Yeah, I was leading. And
Sure.
And him saying that, man, made me realize, no, so I'm the problem.
Problem.
The big problem. So sometimes you look well, or in I'm trying to fix it. If when now go come to regular maroto, everything. To relax, I will extramural activity salary high.
Sure.
So now, honestly, if I had met my current husband before, I think I would have still messed up. I
Sure.
cannot blame it all to him.
Yeah.
He was always a bad bit, but I enabled him a lot.
Sure. That is the key word, enable. We enable a lot, and when I say to people, you enabling abuse, you enabling certain things means that you also contributed to the failure or contributed to it being like that. People get mad. They're like, no, when you don't understand. When I did nothing. This person did everything to me. No, you enabled it. That's your part. You did something.
That's your part.
Yeah.
That's the part that I am learning to shake off in my current marriage.
Sure.
I need to give my husband space to be able to lead. No matter how fast I want a decision to be taken, I have learned this first case I will end up leading. And there are situations where I had to draw back because I realized, Anna, you're doing exactly what you were doing before.
Sure.
But when I move, so I just looking that as an example. So I'm conscious of realizing when I'm at a fast pace than my husband currently.
Okay.
And that is working for us.
Okay.
And fortunately, my husband is very matured. When I draw back, he does realize it very fast that I am drawing back, and I want him now to buy the electricity. And I also don't expect him to be a psychic. I think he regulated electricity for far too long now. He wishes a bit more then he would accept without even
Sure. Sure.
He is kind of Linda, I've got this personality over strong, and he does actually don't want me to tone down. He still wants me as a strong woman who not change to the school that I am, but I need to learn to give him space, So with my marriage, I had to get married and divorce so that I can do it better now.
So, Mara, I want to ask you something, because what you are talking about right now, what you are sharing now, is the information you're sharing now is serious information, is very important information. And this is the type of information that I share on a daily basis. But if this kind of information, this is how I feel. And I feel like if this kind of information is being shared by somebody like you, who is now married for the second time, it kind of holds water, ne? Because, excuse me, it kind of holds water, because nobody will then be linking your information sharing to the bitterness of you being divorced. Because I can know you are sharing bitter information, talking bad or negative things that used to happen in your previous marriage, but at least now you are married. You get what I'm saying? So it hits differently when it's coming from somebody like you, or when it comes from somebody like me who is now recently, because this is my second year being divorced. I'm not married yet. I could get married tomorrow, but I'm still going to be preaching the same gospel that I'm preaching. Do you think that information that you are sharing with us right now is information that needs to be shared more openly? Because remember, if us sharing the type of information that you are sharing now is offensive to married people, how do we solve that? And also, what is your take on married people who take offense? I don't know if it's offense or annoyed by information of this nature being shared to people who are coming after us to say, listen, guys, this and that. You can do it at your own risk, but this is how I did it, and it didn't work out for me this way. So if you want to do it, you can, but listen, it might end in tears. What is your take on sharing information from your own experiences? And as a married person, where do you now get to be annoyed or irritated by somebody who is sharing divorce content?
Within Nane, I see it both ways.
Okay.
I see married women getting annoyed by divorce content. And funny enough, I also see divorce content creators being annoyed by married women who are
Sure.
sharing their
Sure.
love marriage stories.
It will end in tears. When we see you guys on vacation, we say, we know it's the woman who paid. We know.
And then now my happy content when I perseverance
Sure, you are crying like me. Even I'm better.
We can actually coexist.
Sure.
Now, okay, I am learning to do this content thing and all that, and I guess because of I've seen how people can be negative.
Sure.
I've seen how people have bashed you. I've seen how people have bashed married women who
Sure.
share their content.
Sure.
And I feel like I'm still starting with the safe content so that I can develop a thick skin for negative comments.
Definitely. Thick skin. I always tell people who want to create the same content that I create, ne, to say, let me tell you something about this. Is a big secret, guys. Ne? Me, now, before I put up a video, no matter how controversial that video is, I already have, that's why people think I have answers all the time. I've already psychologically prepared myself for all the positive and negative things that people are going to say to me before I even post the video. So by the time I post it, I already have answers packed for you, for every single one of you. So that is a very important part before you put video out there, because you might end up just deleting your TikTok account because people are being negative. And you must remember that when you post, even if you're posting something positive, there are going to be those who are negative, there are going to be those who are positive. So you need to be prepared for both.
Yeah, I guess that's a person has to develop such a skill. But yeah, I do feel that I want to share my content. And I also feel like social media toxic too much.
Sure.
Why must I bother? Like,
Sure.
before I post out my happy content or whatever, ex husband.
Sure. Sure.
My husband was also a playboy.
Sure.
You know, and I'm lucky that he openly told me his past life. So I know everything. I know he's not perfect and all
Sure.
that.
Sure.
I just find it a little bit toxic, and yeah, I guess I will develop a thick skin and be able to, put it out there. And with my friends, just maybe to share a bit. Even at the time that I was divorced, when a friend comes, and I want to get to this point, when a friend comes who's married and be like, hey, Anna, this is what I'm experiencing, I'm not going to go like, Kala.
Sure. Hey, you don't do that. I mean, I'll never decide for you. I can never.
Advice and you leave it at that. The
Sure.
person will make their own decision.
Sure.
Because I can tomorrow
You are married for the second time now. Sure.
So we need to coexist. The first statement that you said is with that other lady who was the sisterhood. If we're not perseverant to share a divorce content, first of all, we're sharing your own experience.
Sure.
So who are we to disagree with your own experience? Secondly, there's people who are DMing you. Some of the things I would say out of your own wisdom.
Ugaro, you were there. What's our Ugaro Adivala DM Jaga, my sister? It's like you are reading my DMs. Hey! You will run for your life.
Some of the things is people telling you, this is what I'm experiencing, and you're coming here and you're showing. Today I listened to your body count or many body count you have 0 experience. I'm like, you're so right.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm telling you.
Real men, now I'm married with 3 kids. And my husband does not judge me with the number of kids that I have.
Sure.
My husband judges me with the character that I am.
Sure.
Am I bringing what we agreed to the table? Is he bringing what he has agreed to the table?
Sure.
That's it. And then Baba divorce thing. When I divorced cheating, or divorced finance, like now when I divorced for the same reasons, financial abuse.
Sure.
Somebody who divorced for cheating. There is a woman who's happy to have a house husband.
Sure. Sure.
House husband. During the day.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, so another woman can have a house husband, so this thing can work. It depends on who we accept that. Yeah. There's women in polygamous marriages.
Sure.
And the second wife always no matter how we can look at it. In the polygamous marriage, the second wife or the third wife before. And there's women who accept it. If we were to accept the polygamous official or official, it's none of our business.
Yeah, because obviously being able to tolerate a cheating husband, it means that you are okay with a polygamous relationship as long as it's not in the public eye, as long as people don't make you don't make it obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. I know someone who was in an unofficial polygamous marriage and the wife was okay with it.
Sure.
Actually, the wife would call the side chick and say, listen here,
Sure.
that's the life that they had, and they were happy with it. But let me come and post this content more TikTok.
Sure. Oh, let me tell you the truth. They will not leave you. They will eat you alive.
We are busy trying to act as if
that's the problem, my sister. That is the problem. That this is the reason why I'm crying right now. This is the reason why I'm crying, to say, can we not lie to people? Because when I saw content of I think Owami is here, Owami and Promise, they were busy pulling each other by the hair there on the TikTok stitches and stuff. And when you look at what they are pulling each other with through by the hair for, Bona, it's black and white. Owami, you are divorced because your husband cheated on you, and when you were not willing to tolerate divorce. Promise, you are staying because cheating is not a good enough reason to leave a marriage. But for you, again, cheating is nothing. For Owami, cheating is good enough to leave. So why are we fighting? Why?
Why are we fighting? And I'm happy Owami is here, and I love the lady. But I also felt why the content end up buying tears. They are preaching their own narrative, and that I think Promise was offended. And okay, I don't know why she was offended.
Yeah.
Or when she called it derogative, because I followed it a little bit when she said this is derogative. But here's what I was thinking about today. I'm like, yeah, maybe Linanga is derogative. Also, content her husband didn't even love her because secondly, he went as far as flirting with schoolgirls, and he's broke for that note. So if now my husband is cheating and a big house, so even I have to apologize, over remorseful. Why we're not going to be tolerate?
Sure.
But content and the defense, the followers, Promise content
no man, some of that content I saw or some was directed to me, especially with self-love and whatnot. But guys, I know I'm a loudmouth, Mara. When I approach content, I have a certain way. I have a skill of approaching content, So it's not. Hey, I knew. I should have never let you in now. When I knew once you get in, you're going to open your mouth same time.
Misunderstanding there, and the misunderstanding that actually came was I did stage Promise video, and when I staged Promise video, I was not even talking about Promise, and that's honestly the truth. I was talking about in general. She asked a question, remember, and the question was that why is it that it seems like divorce content trends more than marriage content, as if people that are happily married or people that are married, they are not talking too much about their marriages, yet people that are divorced are talking a lot about them. So I answered to say, from my experience, remember I did not say this is a fact for everybody. I said from my experience, now the time I was still married, I used to see people that were married, and I don't know if this is how it is with other people. It's sort of almost as if there's some sort of initiation that happens. Like where, the women around you, obviously, they hear the way you talk about your husband, the way you you look around you and you think, oh, everyone is happy. Like, you know, things are great. Who are in happy marriages? Honestly, that's what I actually thought. Until I found out that my ex was cheating. And so I had to go to women that I know are married for advice. You know, I'm not coping. I don't know what to do. Then that is when they started telling me that this is what's happening. And I actually found that a lot of them were going through worse than what I was even going through at that time. You understand? And so that was when I said, I do believe that a lot of women, they tolerate their husbands. And as much as they are married, they are not at a point where they're going to stand in a public platform and start glorifying their husbands, or they're going to be like marriage content creators, because some of them, like, they don't even know if their side chicks are actually watching. And I know that as women, we hate humiliation. But I think the problem that happened was that people literally thought maybe I was talking about Promise, because there's a video that Promise has made saying, yeah, she will never leave a marriage for cheating. And then I didn't even have that, knowledge. So some people were talking as if maybe now I'm directing towards her, or she doesn't know if maybe the side chick or whatever. Others even went as far as saying, I was saying that, you know, if you praise your husband, then somehow it will end in tears. The side chick might watch in the future, whatever. And I'm like, no, you guys need to literally like just understand. And the other statement I have to say is that, remember, when you listen, when you watch something and you listen, you simply just, you hear things your own way. Mom Anna, you said now that my husband did not love me. That's not the truth. Or my ex-husband. You can't stay with someone for almost 9 years and the person did not love you. Yes, he had his own things. He is a pathological liar. That was one of the problems that he had. But there are many things that I can come and tell you guys, like, this is what he was doing for me. And that's what I even do on YouTube. As much as I've spoken about the horrible that I went through with him, I also speak about the good, which majority of our marriage, it was more good than the bad. It's just that the bad, which was the worst for me, was the cheating, and I could not stand for that. But that does not mean my whole marriage was bad. Now I was actually in one of those marriages where I was really treated very, very well. I was treated very, very well.
Until you find out.
Before I found out. And so the things that were happening behind my back, those are things that I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, I feel like I was deceived. But when we talk about like someone, and Mama Anna is saying that, oh, you know, my ex-husband was broke. My ex-husband was a teacher. So when I'm saying that he's broke, like I'm talking about for me, but he's not generally a broke man. Like he was making enough money that even he himself, he could actually survive. So we're not talking about like someone that was just sitting and not working. He was working and making enough that he could actually take care of himself and the woman that he would want to be with. I just want a life that is actually higher than what he could actually afford. But remember, I was still staying with him with the pay that he was having. So I was not having a problem with that.
Okay, oh, I mean, you have defended yourself, ne? We appreciate you defending yourself. I see people here saying, hey, this life is not for Wami to... Yo, people are brutal, guys. They are saying this is not a life for Wami to come and defend herself. Oh, I mean, it's fine, my sister. You have defended yourself, ne?
It's okay. I also do believe that what Mom Anna is saying, I feel like we can all live in harmony. We don't have to...
That's where the red family comes in, guys. That's where the red family comes in. To be the referee. They're going to bring red cards now. Red family, who do we have on the red family? Do we have all family members or just one family member, guys?
You only have me this time.
Why? We want both. Heavenna.
Kevin, not yet.
Oh. Okay, can you just be the referee for us and come through, please?
Yes. We are one of the brave ones who are representing marriage also.
Okay, can you just I don't know whether you are too far from the speaker or what, but on my side it's a bit low.
You can't hear me.
Are you on speaker? Are you on Bluetooth?
I'm using AirPods. I don't know why.
Oh, those have a tendency.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me?
Yes, proper now, perfect.
Oh, okay. Listen, now we are one of those brave ones, of course, who go against society standards and decided to be social and public about marriage. about marriage.
Sure.
As you know. But I feel like that it wasn't easy. It's not as easy because few black people are out there because of the stigma in the society. And also we are Zulus. As Zulus, we have been, I don't know, associated with a lot of bad things. Even on TV, you just, whenever it comes to black or maybe Zulu people, it's just like it's always wrong. It's always like not something healthy and so on. Hence, we have to say no. Like we can try and show. I think our content is mostly not talking, as you know, we're more like action people to say
Okay.
what is it that we do to keep our marriage healthy or our family healthy. So I think the issue of you saying we have a problem with divorce, like divorce content. From myself, I was started but for me, I don't have a problem with divorce. If somebody is teaching us as married people what they have learned, what is it that they did wrong on the marriage, and what is it that were red flag? Because the truth is, you can only tell your side of the story, that your husband, he's not there.
Sure.
So the other question is, I like Anna's comment when she said, I realized I did this as more a leader in my marriage. Hence, on my second, I realized it's my weakness. Why is that a weakness? Because remember, guys, marriage is about love and respect. A man thrives. The only thing that he brings or that he wants from you is the only thing is respect. And respect is the action. And respect is where you realize, as a powerful woman as you are, Madam Speaker, how to lower the power when it comes to your partner. As powerful you are when it comes to working, being a boss out there, we all educated,
Sure.
we all have good jobs. How to drop that when you are with your husband? So I think it's one thing that a woman in marriage that has to strive to learn.
Yeah. I'm actually supposed to be the one who's asking questions, but it's fine. I will answer you, then I will ask you a question. Okay? Is that fine? Can you hear me? Yo, wait. I think we are losing her, the red family member. Are you still there? Because what I wanted to say ne, is that Mina, in my marriage, I've always been the strong one, guys. Like, literally, I am a lioness. I am a crowned lioness, but I feel like I was married to a cheetah. A cheetah as in somebody I can just eat up, because he's a very soft person. He is that, he is that. For me, it was entry level, but because I felt like I was too strong, I felt like I needed somebody who is entry level. I felt like the equation was balancing because he's everything that I'm not, ne? But only to find out, no, man, actually, I'm not supposed to be getting a cheetah while I'm a lioness. I should be getting a lion, because literally, it's not working because I swallow him all the time. If we are together, like, this person can't make decisions with certain things. This guy, like, literally, the minute I show up, it's like, yeah, when these things, when you are good with these things. You get what I'm saying? So literally all the time, even when I was tired of making decisions, he had already made it. Going back to what you were saying, Sis Anna, to say, you were leading him. You were leading him. So even the day when you are tired, and when you say you're tired, they'll be like, how? But you've been doing it all along. So literally, that was me. You get what I'm saying? But what I wanted to say to my red family member, ne, is that I hope she's gonna come back, because when you do come back, please just answer this question and then we will proceed from there. Because I wanted to ask her to say, in as much as they're posting content which is beautiful content, which we love, I absolutely love this family. I'm always, cheering for them, and they give me like that good feeling on the inside. But does that mean that it's all roses all the time now, or it's just that because there's a specific niche that they choose to focus on, which is that side of their relationship that they show us? Does it mean that it's always that? Which I think it's the video that I did that led to us having this live, to say, where I was asking people to say, beautiful marriages, are they beautiful all the time? So if they're not beautiful all the time, when you share and give people advices, do you give them the good and the bad? Because I don't know how many times, it's just that unfortunately for me, I don't like defending myself a lot, but when people say there's no accountability in your content. There was once a live that I did which went very viral, on YouTube, and then I posted a clip of it here on TikTok where I was saying that when somebody was asking me what was your contribution towards the failure of your marriage, and I was saying, Mina, I have my mouth, yo guys, I run my mouth like I don't know what. Like if we say let's have a competition now of telling each other nonsense, I will make you cry. So I literally used to tell that guy nonsense, and every time he already knew that once he does something, because remember this person, when he's repeating the same thing over and over and over again, he knows that the only thing that he has to get is just me saying something really bad with my mouth, and then after that we're done, then he can continue doing what he's doing. So literally it got to a point where I felt like even me saying whatever the heck I would say to him was not doing anything anymore, because it didn't make him change. Same applies to people who are in physically abusive relationships, where people keep getting beaten up every single day, thinking one day I'll beat her up, she will change, until they beat them up and they die, you know. So it was really that bad on my end, Shem guys. Mina, my mouth, you, I can look. Yeah, but anyway, that's what I wanted to.
I think, yeah, maybe let me, because I'm now married and I'm considering myself happily married.
Sure.
If I have to do marriage content, I might also end up showing only the happy part. But it doesn't mean only my husband currently has never made me cry.
Yes.
Or I have never made him to like look at me and be like, hey,
sure.
And what's going on? Those moments are there.
Yes.
It's just that what I have seen with social media is you must choose which one you are going to lean to.
Yes.
Like for example, I just made a comment now, and a loose comment saying that Owami's husband never left her. That's how I interpreted it, because the majority of the content is
yes.
So I really I wanted to first apologize for that, because speaking to Owami now in real life makes me realize that, you know, sometimes as human, and this is a human nature.
Sure.
We perceive you for the content that you are putting across, and then we end up saying, yeah, oh, you know,
sure. And also just to spill the beans, Owami is jolling, guys. Don't see her talking rubbish there. She's jolling.
So no, my point was to apologize, because I became stereotyped towards her content.
Sure.
So what I'm saying, if I have to do a happy marriage content, I'll only do that, because the moment you call
yes.
So I might as well not say it to protect my own marriage as
sure.
well. And then not to worry. As we divorce because of one incident.
Sure.
One incident to divorce. It's many built up over the years.
Sure.
Mara, at the same time, if you are happy in your marriage, it doesn't mean that all roses, it's only roses.
Sure.
These roses are
yes. Sure.
But it does, honestly, I don't know who's strong enough to bring all the weaknesses of their marriage to the public. It will destroy the marriage if we do that.
And I mean, I don't recommend, guys. I don't recommend that you destroy your own marriage in the name of a live that Madam Speaker started. Because when I get married, I will invite you and you will say, see this one, you influenced us, now we're divorced. Guys, I need to go get a cable for the ring light so that we can get light, because I can see it's getting dark now. When I come back, you guys can continue engaging. Owami and all three of you, I'll be back just now. I'm just getting the cable.
Okay, so can I also just say this, that to what Mama is saying, I do appreciate that, and apology accepted. Honestly, I wasn't even really offended. I just understood that there's some misunderstanding. And remember, I have long videos on YouTube where I say a lot of great things that this man used to do for me, and I think that maybe now he just raised a point that is valid enough for me to start also talking about the positive things that he actually did. But what I actually want to say is that I do understand that you're not going to be a married woman that is going to come on TikTok and talk about the negatives of your husband every day. You're not going to talk about, oh, we had a fight because he left the microwave open. Or, oh, we had a fight, he did not put his clothes in the monkey or something. Yes, those are like everyday quarrels that happen in marriages and everything. But I think that if you are a marriage content creator, and there is something as big as cheating in your marriage, and you choose not to talk about that, I feel like that's very deceitful. Because number one, if there are two things that maybe you can talk and maneuver around to say, guys, this is is how I also deal with this and this in my marriage. It would be finances and also unfaithfulness, because those are the two main things that lead marriages into divorce. I understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I think I would like, sorry, Ella. I would like to come in there. You are right, or I mean, with one thing to say. Of course, looking at the society, looking at who is the side chick that is somewhere, you can never come public and say you are happy married. It's just the truth. Like, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your dignity in the way, especially if you are aware that you are dealing with that. So, coming to public, it needs somebody who's got a strong values and strong principles. There's nothing that's going to come and harm them to destroy their marriage, to destroy what they are trying to motivate on to say marriage is a good thing. So all I'm saying is I was going to answer my speaker to say, when we say we are representing happy marriage, but the truth is it's not always happy. That marriage wasn't created to be perfect. Paul was never going to say, those who want to be married, there was a reason why he said that, because he knew a woman and a man, they come from two different spaces, and it's really hard to put them together in one room. They can only be happy when they do things that's going to satisfy them, but I think that's going to be difficult between the two of them. Hence, because we are not perfect, but you are right, I can't be coming to be happy married, but I've got closet, I've got cheating, I've got this big issues. But the other thing is, of course, it's not going to be easy for me when I'm going through something to come to social media and say. What usually happens with us married people that face challenges is to face the challenge, try to work it out, have a solution, then come back and say, these are the challenges that I want to face, and this is what, because you want to motivate people, you want to relate to people to say, I also face the same thing that you do, and this is what I did on my situation. So it's very hard to come on social on the same at the same time that you are facing that issue that you are facing.
You know what I think, ne?
Now from my side.
Sorry, you may proceed.
Just my comment to Owami's question is that in this content social media space, we must, if there is a content that I do not like, I must just pass, right? And the other thing is, no matter how we can look at it, there are people who cheating is not a deal breaker. There are other things that
guys, can I be honest with you? I know I'm putting my neck on the line here on the social media streets. Guys, me, Nane, I was never a cheater. And then every time when I'm in a relationship, when somebody cheats, I leave. But when I got married, I sat with that guy down. I was like, bruh, when we get married now, I can't leave you for cheating. Meaning I must learn how to join the club. Did I not learn how to cheat in the marriage? I did.
I think that maybe one of the things that
I'm being honest.
no, what I think that there's something that people are misunderstanding there, and I think that the part that I feel like people are misunderstanding is this one. I am not saying that everyone has to leave because of cheating, and I'm not saying that if you are being cheated on and you're still at a position where you don't even know what to do. As the Red family member is saying, I wouldn't expect you to even come out and talk about it. I kept it a secret for over 8 months, I think. I only came to social media and talk about it when I made a decision that over I'm leaving, I already left and relocated. What I'm simply saying is that we have women that have made a decision to say, no matter what my husband does, even if he cheats, I am not going to leave. And those are also accepted members of the community. You understand? The only thing that I ask also those women is that we have got younger women that are entering marriage that are saying that not even if my husband cheats, I'm not going to leave. Why can't you be the older sister, because you are in that situation, to say, hey, when this happens, this is how you can deal with it. This is how you can do. This is what I did the first time I found out you cheated. The second time you cheated. I understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, Wami, I have a question for you, ne? I have a question for you, my sister. Because when you were married, you were vlogging. Ne? You were doing lovey-dovey on the couch on YouTube when you were married. Ne? And there were times when your marriage was not you guys were having challenges. Besides the cheating, like normal challenges, you can't tell me it was smooth the whole time, right? There were challenges here and there. Were you sharing those challenges during that your couch moments with Mr. Biggie?
So I actually was. Remember
Really?
most of the stories. Yes. Let me explain something. Most of the stuff that I talk about, the things of like the gambling of the kind, whatever, all those stuff happened before I started blogging. It's
Okay.
things of like a long time ago. Maybe I should start saying in 2014 this man did this, so that you guys don't think it was within the time that I was blogging. The biggest problem that we had in our marriage was his family not wanting me, and the stories that happened. I used to do stories.
Oh, so you used to talk about that openly?
Yes, I used to advise people to say, if your in-laws don't like you, this is what you can do. I told them the things I've tried, things that I failed in. I even told them now I'm not even talking to them. I've cut all communication because it's something that
No wonder they never liked you to the last minute. When they were watching your YouTube talking crap about them.
For me, I feel like my content has to add value in your life. If I'm gonna come out and I'm with big guy and we're shopping, we're happy, we're kissing each other, but I have got this thing that is a huge thing for everyone, when most people are dealing with in-laws that don't like them. But now I'm dealing with that same situation. Then it means my content is not really adding value to your life.
Sure.
I'm really sharing the one side, and I've got another side that I'm dealing with. I'm not choosing to leave my husband because of my in-laws.
Sure.
So why did I also advise you to say you can stay even if your in-laws don't like you? Maybe you can do things the way I do. And that's what I'm saying. It's not like I was quiet about the bad things that used to happen. If anything, the reason why I was so shocked when I found out my ex was cheating was because honestly, me and that guy used to live in harmony. I won't lie. It's not like he was not a person that would come home late. He's not a person that would have money that's missing. When month end comes, he's paying all the bills. He's making sure that things are done. We had our own system that worked for us. But
Sure.
his family was the biggest problem. And I used to share that.
No, big ups to you, my sister. Big ups to you. That part I didn't know, Shem. That part I didn't know.
No,
But
I said, Uriel, this is the problem we're having, and this is how I'm actually. The thing is, if you go to my YouTube channel and just watch my videos, even the time I was still married, you would actually see I used to talk about the problems I was encountering because I did not want to sell the fake narrative. But I'm living a perfect life in my marriage when I'm not. We know there's no such thing as perfect marriage. Why can't you also add value to the community by being
Sure.
honest? If I was a woman that was staying with a cheating husband, I was gonna talk about it, but I am not. Do you understand?
no, wait. You know why you were gonna talk about it?
Why?
Because cheating was a big deal for you. Me, I was staying with a cheating husband and I was also cheating. So why was I gonna talk about it?
You are the perfect candidate to advise women that are staying in marriages where they're being cheated on.
No, don't do like me, guys. Mina, I never got caught. I'm sure this guy is only finding out now that I was also doing what he was doing. If he's watching.
But I don't think when you're cheating or when you're cheating back, because there's a difference.
Eh?
Were you cheating or were you cheating back?
I was cheating back.
Then you are not a cheater.
And then when he stops, I also stop. But when he goes back, I also go back. When he stops, I stop. Hey! That one I'll never give, Shem. I'll never give. Guys, me, Nane, I always say that, guys, the way divorce is such a terrible thing. I don't wish it not even on my worst enemy. That's why I always feel like I'm carrying the world on my shoulders when somebody wants advice on how to get the divorce process, because I really feel like, yo, isn't there anything you can do? And I remember this one person said to me, Kanti, you want to be the only one who is glowing, because when we ask you for advice on lawyers and divorce and this and that, you tell us, have you exhausted all your options? I'm like, no, the thing is, Mina, I exhausted all my options. I'm just checking. Not that I'm trying to get you killed by staying, because I know that thing can be deadly and I'm not wishing it on anyone. But I'm not going to stop sharing, especially for those who are still coming.
Divorce, it is very deadly. And if a person, you see people, like I was reading on comments when you were advertising the live, and someone said, I'm having it tough. and I don't know what to do. She didn't say it in that exact way, but that's what it actually meant. And my last comment, if I don't have any questions, I will move out of just so that I can give other people a chance.
Okay. And you are more than welcome to come back again if time allows, ne?
Yes.
Okay.
Divorce content is very relevant, no matter how us the married, because now I'm you know I'm now at the Tamigela team.
Sure.
Divorce content is very relevant. If I think about how tough it was for me to divorce on my own with no one advising, just relying on myself, saying that I've killed myself far too much. I've made myself wood and then water just so that other people can be warm.
Yeah.
I was doing that by myself. And women are still having it tough. Hence, every time when there's a divorce, when you put out the divorce content, you will still find women crying, saying, I don't know what to do.
Sure.
I don't know what to do. So as the married, we must accept by all means, things are no longer, I shouldn't even say things are no longer the same. They were, people, other people, you will hear certain siblings. So I almost said things are no longer the same. Actually, they're becoming worse because now you have a husband who's got like 10 children outside. So it is still very relevant, and the married must stop thinking, those who talk about divorce, they're talking about divorce to encourage them to divorce. They're simply saying, if it's hard in your marriage and you can see that you are dying, there is another option. And here is the option.
Sure.
If you don't agree and you feel that you want to preach, God hates divorce.
Sure.
No, you understand?
Sure.
But women should not die in marriages, whether by depression or in the hands of their spouses, because we feel we now believe too much in a marriage in a way you feel it's not abuse because you understand what I'm
Sure.
saying? Let's call habit this space. We're not only happily married, you are teaching others that, it's doable. We're not all divorced saying, you are teaching others that there is an option.
Sure.
And you don't have to to the point whereby you are a psycho. But to the point where you are a psycho.
Sure. Hey, my sister, let me tell you something. Apparently, there was a woman who put a child. I agree, you know, when you're bathing a child, now you put hot water, then you pour cold water, and then you put the child. She poured hot water, then put the child in because of stress.
Imagine.
I'm telling you.
It's too much. Now my middle son walks like his father. He's doing his traits. I had, to be honest, I had to forgive my ex-husband without him asking for forgiveness,
Sure.
so that I can treat my children better. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would have hated the damn guy until he goes to the grave. I wouldn't even care. But I wanted to heal, and part of my healing came with forgiving and looking at my children and being like, these children are a blessing from God, and I have to love them. Even this one, who looks like his father and who's got certain traits, about his father. Hey, when your father used to do this, stop it.
Yeah.
So you need to heal so that you can treat your children.
Sure, and yeah.
better. So continue. Divorce content is relevant, no
Sure.
matter how. If you to all in married, you are too much in divorce content. I'm leaving.
Ah, my sister, you have said a mouthful.
Yes, so thank you very much. And before I leave, speak, I wanted to say this that the last thing as married people in social as people who are representing marriage on social. And I've answered your question to say it's not always good, not because of cheating, not because
Sure.
of two people that stay in the same room.
Sure.
That come from a different background.
Sure.
That have different traumas, that have differences. So, like any other thing, for you to be good at it, you need to try and learn some skills. The mistake that we have in our society is anyone can get a marriage certificate without having a skill, without being trained to say, this and this is what you're gonna expect. Just to sit down and be brutally to say the man is not the same as you as a woman. A man needs this I'm just saying as a wife, because I believe that we as wives we are most powerful in terms of determining how our marriage is gonna work or not. With that in mind, I'm saying everything is good. We are not given schools. And that is why that even if I'm married in a year or 2 years, I'm gonna feel like I'm drowning because I'm part of the school that I need to understand the mental system and to understand that I can't control everything, especially when it comes to the men. We can never control a man, even if we like it or not. We can do whatever we want, but we can never control them. I'm saying there are things that you need to understand as a wife for you to be empowered. You need to be empowered as a wife. You need to say how to be successful with this stranger I'm speaking with, because we are strangers. At the end of the day, how to understand the most important thing that he wants from me, that keep the intimacy connection. Because at the end of the day, you as a woman, you want to always be cherished, desired to be provided, to be protected. How to get him to understand that, and also to understand that we're not supposed to put pressure too much on our husbands, because some of them they grow up without a father, some of them they grow up without a male figure to teach them how to be leaders, how to behave, like that pressure on its own. We're expecting so much to them while we are also making, we are not empowered wives and saying how to grow my power, the power that I have. Education can have an impact. How I grow up can have an impact. Did I grow up with men around me? Did I grow up seeing my mom? How do I respect it? Even growing up with you get saying all those things we need to do. Then when today you've got license to drive a car, you had to go for training, you had to do that. But with marriage, we don't have that. So it's very important to think about good, to be empowered as a wife. I'm telling you, we as women, we are more powerful. And Anna mentioned that previously she saw what she was doing wrong. She was taking a lead because she was seeing that the husband is not doing. And she's right. The more you as a woman you take a lead, he's gonna chill. And you're gonna be frustrated. You're gonna have so much to do alone. You're gonna be frustrated. He's gonna be chill. And then he's gonna say, you do everything. What must I do? You do everything. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a fight that you guys gonna have. So as soon as we understand how what is it that our husband is as women, how to be empowered by and have the skill, how to keep the intimacy alive. Intimacy is the ongoing connection that you guys have, whereby no husband feels respected and loved, desired, and cherished. It's those things that you grow with. Hence, if you are saying that in a husband marriage, your content needs to be about what is that I've learned over the years. That has made me that I have this connection with my husband that is always into work and everyday work, that we always try to keep it alive. When we understand that maybe we came in with no clue what we are doing, and giving him a break, not to expect him to be a provider that he wants, he is gonna be, and all that. Give him a break from things and overlook other things. To say, focus on the politics, focus on what is working, on what is it he's doing, what is he trying to promote it. Because men are big with affirmation, they big with I did this, even the smallest, do you know that he can go and buy the bread? He needs affirmation more than you going and buy the bread every day. So it's things like that we need to empower. We need skills. There are intimate skills. Like, stop being hurtful. We as women, we are so powerful. Hurtful too much. Stop being hurtful. Let him live his life. Stop always thinking that you are controlling his life just because you are married. Those things, those skills that you need to learn, you grow to learn those things. And to tell the truth, it's not something that you learn within 3 years of marriage. You grow to them. You need to surround yourself with those positive people, those people who speak good about their husband. You know how to tell if the husband, if the wife is respectful of the husband, it's when he speaks good things about him. He doesn't show us on what he did last week that irritated him. So when a wife speaks good things, you can tell that he's so respectful. Respectful is when you understand that you can never tell your husband what to do, to man who's gonna be vulnerable. It takes time for them to be vulnerable. Those things, and like that just shows that we as women are powerful, and we can decide how we want our marriage to look like. If we want our marriage to be healthy, we need to empower ourselves of how to be powerful. Have those skills, how to respect my husband. Once you get there, there's no way you can go out there and say, I have a healthy marriage. And healthy marriage does not mean that from time to time it doesn't make you cry, or it doesn't make you, doesn't say anything bad now, and you don't say something, because at the end of the day, it's say you that you then it's good that you need to practice it. You can never be good at it. And there are accidents and what things, because as much as you've got license, it happens. So I think that's one of it.
And I think like when you're still here, I think like different things work for different people. For me, overlooking, I did that, it did not work for me. Honestly, like overlooking stuff like is one of the reasons why I would say that like it's one of the things that I actually regretted the time that I was in marriage. Now that I'm actually out, and I think for me now when I'm dating, as promised, exposed quickly. What I actually do right now is that I honestly truly believe I am not Bob the Builder. And this has nothing to do with money. This has to do with you as a person, you as an individual. If I just look at your traits and I see with this, the traits that you have and the traits that I have, they are not, it's not what I want for myself. And then I'll find someone that is going to be more compatible for me. Now, obviously, this is for us that are dating, and obviously, I also want to get married again, like Mom Anna, and get my happiness. But I know that there's certain things that I definitely have to change from what I did before. You understand? So I think that if you're a single woman that is looking for a man, if you have to teach majority of the things to a man, trust and believe. Number one, most of them they don't learn anything from whatever it is that you say. Number two, you now become to the roles of how are you going to have someone, like how are you going to respect someone that you are teaching? Because you teach a child.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying? It's very difficult to respect someone that you have to teach, because you teach a child. That is why it's never possible that a student is going to teach a teacher.
Hey.
A teacher will always teach the student, because the teacher is always at a higher level of understanding than a student. And I fully agree with women to say your man has to be your leader. And that is why right now, if I just sense weakness in your mind and I feel I'm stronger than you mentally, I am not. Because I cannot be a lioness and I'm going to come and be with the donkey. It's not going to work. It may go, but long term, it's not going to work. So if your vision is not higher than mine, there was that time now, just your 70,000 is a lot of money. I'm out of there. Because I know it's so, do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, I think overlooking is something that may end you. Like for me, you end up overlooking a lot of stuff. And when you overlook, you give harmony, but it's harmony that is not there. Because you now are blindsided by a lot of stuff. Because you're overlooking, he's also overlooking. So he does something, you overlook. You do something, you overlook. And remember, when you overlook, you looked at it. So it means it's there. It is registered in your mind that this happened.
Hey.
You're just not talking about it. That day it comes back together. They must say about your legacy, or if maybe they did something that is a red line for you, and he's now talking about, do you remember when happened in what you did this? And you're like, how do you even remember the man? So for me, I think what this
Definitely like that.
yeah.
They are definitely like that. They will remember anything that you said that takes them. I wasn't saying overlooking or I was saying there are things that doesn't affect you, that doesn't impact you, that you don't have to concern yourself with. What is it that I'm saying? If he leaves his things, one of the problems that we always have, maybe our husband leaves his things around the house. If he leaves these things around the house, ask yourself first, how is it affecting you? How is it affecting you in everything you do? So until you get an answer that doesn't include him on the problem, then you know how to address it with a way of desire of saying your exact desire. Even maybe you are a person of feelings on this, but affecting you, even if it doesn't affect you. It's just the truth that have to deal with him. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to beat them up? Or as time goes by, you're going to address it to say, I would like to take a nap, and when I say your desire, I would like to wake up with a house clean. You know, you're not telling him what to do. He's going to have a conscious mind to read out what he wants to do. Because as soon as you are telling a man what to do, to him that's control, and he's going to defend himself. Man doesn't want to be told what to do. You can't be direct. You can't be the approach. Even if you stop being helpful to him. Other things, if it doesn't help, at the end of the day, if you care about him leaving the show because of why? There's somebody coming in that's gonna see the show. Like I'm just saying, sometimes you worry about things, you know, how is it impacting your life? How is it impacting your peace? How is it impacting your peace? Ask yourself, why is it?
Mina guys, I really recommend military training before you get married, guys. Please, you need to go military training because wow, I'm learning new things. Yeah.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Gina here. May I just interject and say my piece and then come down, please?
Okay, no problem.
You know, there are two things that are so vivid to me. You and Anna have a similar way of having related in your marriage by being the leader, being the one that sets the rules and and make sure things are happening. And I feel like me and I have a similar style because my part was that everything was done knowing that there's a rules. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So on my part, I was always the person that was allowing.
Okay.
I was enabling.
You were enabling stuff. Okay.
Things were done with the understanding that she is strong. She will handle it.
Sure.
She will know how to handle it.
Sure.
She will fix it. She holds the family together. She no matter what is happening, I know that my home is intact because my wife is there.
Sure.
My wife will not embarrass me in public. My wife will make sure that my dignity is upheld.
Sure.
Yes. Now, on your part, being the leader was very exhausting.
It included even everything that you just mentioned now, because you still were expected to keep it together, but still figure everything out. Still make sure the bills are paid.
On my part, it was, we can count on her because she's strong, but she's too weak to stand up for herself.
Okay.
So you didn't see it as, Uba, you have grace in this person. You saw it as the person is weak.
Okay.
So they need you. They cannot be anything without you.
Sure.
This is the picture that I finally got at the end of the whole thing. And I feel like, these platforms, when people talk about, people are angry that divorce information is coming out, or they're angry that married people information is coming out. For me, it always take what will add to you, because I almost feel like if I had heard this divorce information while I was married, I would have made changes then.
Sure, exactly.
If I'm to be divorced, but I think I would have woken up to the truth earlier. It wouldn't have taken me 10 years
Yes.
after all the time I had before. From when the trouble started in our 7th year of our marriage to the 10th year when I finally called it quits, it wouldn't have taken me a decade.
Sure.
Or I would have changed things in the middle, because I would have known then that this forgiving streak is actually enabling this abuse, this
Sure.
situation. It's not helping me.
Sure.
It is me keeping on forgiving and forgiving and forgiving, So, in all that has been said, and I hope you'll permit me to ask a question as
Sure.
a divorced person and now now somebody who's wondering about people in marriages. I've been through my situation and I get DMs that ask me, Gina, what do I do now? And the situations sometimes are so heavy and are so difficult. But I will never be the one, and like you, I will never be the one to tell you to leave your situation.
Never.
It took me 10 years of silence of my own to make up that decision.
Sure.
I can never be the one that tells you after you find out the first cheating, leave. You need to explore and exhaust everything within yourself
Yes.
and know that you have nothing else to give
Yes.
to the situation.
So that when you leave, you don't look back. Your conscience is clear. You don't have what ifs. You get rid of all the what ifs.
And the thing is, once you've left, and this is so helpful because if you leave and you're still thinking you could have done more, it gives you even more reason to doubt yourself once you leave. Because even when you know you've done all that there is to do, after you leave, you are still doubting yourself and you're still considering, should I call him? Should I go back? And you constantly have to remind yourself, why did you leave in the first place?
Then you become bitter when you see happy people on the social media. When you see happy couples posting beautiful content, you go like, it'll end in tears because you have unfinished business in your heart where you're coming from.
Exactly. So my question is,
even worse perseverance is when you see the person that you divorced prospering.
Hey!
Don't be bitter. You left. Don't be, relax. Because it's also another problem.
you are not married to the
So guys, can I just ask something here quickly? When my ex is not prospering, okay. When the ex is prospering is one story. So when the ex is not prospering and I'm not feeling pain or I'm feeling the opposite of pain, does it mean I'm evil? Because when somebody is seeing flames and you are laughing because somebody is feeling pain, does it mean?
So I can't answer that. You are very detached. You are detached.
Guys, I'm enjoying the movie that I'm watching. It's a movie. I don't want to lie, guys.
It's not going to happen if he starts succeeding.
Eh? Now it's a movie. Now there's another video that I did. Hey, that one is a movie shot. Yeah. Guys, that means I'm evil still.
In my case, it's that thing where I left and then things for him, they definitely went down like a lot, right? And so now when I'm hearing, this is what's happening, I feel a bit of pain for him with like he's not prospering because it means all the years that I tried to teach this man something, it was just going down. Like all my efforts were literally in vain. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like all the years that I tried to like help him because I knew his weaknesses, I know he knew my weaknesses, and so now it's like the same weaknesses he had are the ones that are now dragging him down. And I'm like, all these years that I was with you talking, it means talking doesn't help. That's why now, even in my dating scene, I'm not interested in teaching anyone anything.
Sure.
I see you, I'm like, bye-bye. Because I feel so defeated. Because honestly, I wish Uri was going to be doing well. I feel like if he was to win Lotto, then I would feel like I'm a millionaire.
I share the same sentiment in that regard, Shem.
I can relate too much with you, Gina. And you know that I've been with my husband for 15 years. We have felt love and meaning. We had to grow together from young, not knowing anything. So you always feel like it's your job to teach. Like you go out to learn and then you come back home. What is so irritating to them? The feedback you get is very bad. I think that's how they are wired. It's not a job until you realize that later in the years when I'm this old, like, it's never my job.
Sure. It wasn't your job. You were just volunteering, not even, you know what I'm saying?
You were compromising the peace of the marriage, you were compromising the intimacy of the marriage.
Sure.
He can't relate with that because to him, there is control, there is telling him what to do, and hence he's gonna be like bad.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
those things that we learn nowadays to say, some of things you are too hopeful. Stop it. Stop trying to. He's old. He's an adult. Stop thinking that you. I'm gonna save him on this.
I once heard somebody saying that.
Madam Speaker, I want to go on that point. Even when they have money, I problems.
Mm.
Because mine has, I'm sorry, like, I don't know money for what. And yet, it was the mistress that finally delivered the deadly blow to me, that made me say, I'm giving up, who called me and said the current is saying I'm going to kill her, the previous mistress. Imagine, I've been out of the scene for more than a year. They're still calling me, talking about me. And I'm like, do you understand? There cannot be peace. Why is it that someone who I do not follow at any level other than the fact that we are co-parenting, why are the women still calling me to...
You are still a threat even in your absence. Even if you die, you'll still be a threat in your grief.
I said, I've left the man for you. Why are you people still calling me?
Mm.
And do you understand? So there cannot be peace in that situation. I feel like even when there's money there, when you see the behavior of the people who are now around them, when they try to still put you center stage when you are absent, it means that there is something that is what they thought they were going to find.
Guys, there's one person that I need to release, because there's one person that I really have to get in.
Okay, I'm about to get off. So my question to Anna was, Anna, okay, so I'm in this space where at some point I have to date. I'm terrified. I have not done it. I'm in my third year of being alone. And it's so terrifying. Because, I'm terrified of making the same mistakes. How did you overcome, in terms of saying the same mistake, I realized afterwards that actually what I needed to do was to have known the person I was marrying and then have my own cognitive conversation about what I will and will not accept, so that I would know. Because it's not about the person you are marrying having to change, it's you accepting who they are. So I need very vital information at the beginning about this person, which when it came to them living their life, I now was shocked, because this is not what I signed up for. But this thing was there at the beginning.
Mm.
I probably expected this person to become better, but I always say to women, whatever a man is before you marry him, when you marry him, you give him a license to be more. If a man was well behaved and treated you well and did all of the things that indicate that he is a good man, it's still the good man that you're going to marry. So he's going to become even more of that, because the marriage gives him a license to do that. But if he was not somebody who was marriage material from the beginning, he's not going to be marriage material in marriage. He's going to become more of whatever
It is that he was. We think people will grow up. We think people grow into something, and there's no magic. Guys, there's no magic. There's no magic.
Okay, just to answer the question. Okay, to answer the question, Mina as Anna, I know how I want to be loved.
Sure.
That's the first thing that I had to put for myself. I know how I want to be loved. I know which relationship am I going to enjoy. So that was for me the first thing, that the man that I'm going to date, obviously I'm not gonna know if he can meet to my expectations, and those are my standards, regardless of who thinks what about them. They are for me, and if they are unrealistic, they are unrealistic for me.
Sure. If you're a 10 out of 10, you're a 10 out of 10, my sister. Nobody must rate you a 3 out of 10.
My husband knew from day one that I am going to search his phone.
Sure.
I didn't make it a secret. I don't care who says what. If I want, I know Nyoba and I search it. If I want, I take it in front of him.
Sure.
He knew, and he was shocked when I did it the first time. And I said, if you want to continue with me, know that this is who I am. And here's my phone. He's got access to it as well. I don't see anything that says to me I don't have access to your phone. If you are that kind of a man who will say you, as a wife, if I want to get hurt, I must search your phone. Take a short left.
Sure.
So I put my standards from the onset, and he put his standards from the onset. He told me that he's got kids, and his ex-wife has got the capability not to take care of the kids, and it can happen that you might end up staying with these kids if you get married.
Sure. No, I hear you, my sister. I think you've answered her, but she had already left. You know my life. Hi guys, we have Makazi here. Ne? Okay, I don't know if maybe the problem with the network is on my side because everybody's just quiet all of a sudden. Are we still on, guys? Okay, I can see that Anna is speaking, but it's mute on my side. Just give me a moment. Hi guys, are we still together? Hello?
From the onset. If you know whether there is something that you don't like cooking at your in-laws, tell your person at that particular time and make it firm that, look, this is me. I don't cook kumashung adi in-laws. Understand it, and if you marry me, know that it's happening. Yesterday I was at home and my brother is getting married. He said to us, his fiance can't cook. And my mother was like, eh? Sure. I get why you do no project the 2 minutes noodle. And again, she can't cook. It means when she eats the 2 minutes noodles, she will be happy eating the 2 minutes noodles. If you want home cooked meal, what are baby? Kisaya, I go, Jaco mom. And Eliana baby to understand or Gauriana at the wapi. Moon no tanta motor from the onset that not it will not like I go, full cooked, home cooked meal because when you can cook.
Give people a chance. Give people a chance to take you for who you are. It's come surprise because we are tricking each other here. Surprise no, now she's in, she can't get out. Now he's in, he can't get out. No, let's not surprise each other, guys.
You know that you can't handle another woman's children, but you are getting married to a man who's got children. What is your expectation? Because if their mother passes away, the husband is the only legal guardian remaining where he needs to take these children in. So we must be realistic when we start relationships. So I to answer your question, I laid myself to say, listen here, this is me. And at one point, Dr. Mama, because I'm an academic person, I don't mind reading, I don't mind studying. So you need to know.
Yes.
My certificates, because I want people to see them.
Sure.
Be comfortable with
Sure.
that. I didn't hide myself. Till this day, I still look at my husband's phone. This taboo or off-topic thing, I still do it, and he knows that I still do it. Even when he sleeps, he knows. Or don't ask me. It's me. It's who I am. I search my husband's phone. And it's none of anybody's business. If I find what I find, I'll confront it. If I don't find anything, I'll sleep peacefully as well. I get a problem.
I think that men don't understand, I think that men don't understand is that if a woman stops touching your phone, if she was touching your phone before, I know this one, I'm selling everybody out. But guys, if your woman used to touch your phone and she's not touching anymore, she learned all the tricks in your phone. She's now doing what you were doing. Yeah, that's her.
So love is there. It's open for everyone to grasp. And the poor person must not be, your ex-husband must not be that person's barometer. He's a human being who's going to do his own mistakes. One mistake because you have smelled fish. And I did that as well in my current marriage when we were starting. If I smell fish, I'm like, there comes the fish again. Until I learned that, hey, I need to give him a chance. Red Family said something. Counseling.
Yes.
I went to 4 counseling by professionals, not Baruti. Baruti can respect that, but please,
encourage. When I talk, guys, when I say this, you say, hey, Madam Speaker, Beta talks too much. And now I said, Baruti must. The only people who must be giving counseling at church, they must attend even short courses, just counseling, so that they know what they're advising people. Because they're leading people astray, right in the church.
Now I went to a therapist, I went to a marriage counselor, I went to Baruti, because I wanted to be sure. And everywhere I learned something, something different. Everywhere, in each I learned something different.
Okay.
And then it's saying, as ladies, I stop pressurize
Yeah.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Don't ask a man, when are you marrying me?
Utashikuma lesho lavako,
You
eh?
are a marriage type. Leave and go find someone else who will marry you. Because
Sure.
pressurizing them.
Yeah.
I agree with a lot of things that Red Family has said.
Sure.
Although some, obviously, mutu unani say na asi khonang.
Sure. Sure. It can't be a one size fits all.
It's not. What you can handle, handle it. What you can't, find a way.
Yeah.
Find a way to shift.
Sure. New member. We have a new member here, my home girl. Home girl, talk to us. Talk to us.
Now I'm out.
Okay.
Listen on live.
Mara, you will come back. Say, Anane, when I will need you back here. When you must just stay here for the rest of the life. So we'll bring you back.
Oh, okay, I will stay.
Yeah, you can stay. Everybody else, I'm gonna kick them out, but they will come back when it's necessary to come back. Red Family as well. I'll kick you out. Mara says, Anna, unfortunately, because she's 4-in-1, I can't let her go. She will have to remain here the whole time.
Okay, no, I'm about to leave.
Okay.
I think what I was just listening. I think the last advice I would give is that remember, if you're not married, you are single.
Sure.
Like I hear this Anna talking about how you should not pressurize a man to marry you. Please, girls, especially ladies, because I don't have to talk to men. Men completely understand this part that I'm talking about. Before you are married, you are single. Don't let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband.
Ha!
Oh my God, stupidity.
Ha! I once saw a post on Facebook where somebody was saying, I'm watching her cleaning and cooking for me, shame poor girl, and I'm not even gonna marry her.
Yeah, marry. Wow, your husband is gonna be very like we're not busy for a bamboo. So nobody is your husband until they marry you. Don't make that mistake, okay? So
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, so my last one would be I think most marriage sometimes they suffer because we are playing in the wrong energy. I know you guys are aware of the masculine energy and the feminine energy. As a woman, as soon as you are in the masculine energy, we are providing, we are leading, or whether it's our project, we do this, you are in the wrong energy, and whether that you're gonna be bitter, you're gonna be angry, you're not gonna be the wife that you need to be, you're not gonna be the feminine side, you're not gonna have a soft, you can't even respect your partner. So all those things is what goes wrong in the marriage, whereby we are thinking, because he's not doing, let me do everything. Hence, it puts pressure on us. Even if we are working, we bring money and all that. So I think those things are the ones that create the biggest problem in marriage that we need to watch out and see how can we can stop doing our good, stop playing roles that you are not supposed to play.
Sure.
Let him, let's see. Besides that today, I'm not going to let's see what's going to happen. If
No.
it happens, then there's like, then let's start if we have to start. So I wish everyone well. I think this was a good discussion. Thank you very
Okay.
much. But guys, as many people, we are on the testimony of people see, we love the content because it's somehow teaching us on the things that you guys learn.
And we love your marriage content as well because we are inspired, because we are not giving up on love anytime soon. We will do it the second time. If we fail, we'll do it the third time. So keep the good content coming, okay?
Yeah. I think that's what we're also gonna stick to ours to try and say how to be
One love. One love.
Everything that we are doing to keep it at the end of the day, it's work. Marriage is work. It's always gonna be work, and it's not gonna be perfect all the time. We're gonna have the bumps up there and there, but it's work. And once you guys got the good communication or the schools that are working with you guys, then that's where you can say I'm happy marriage.
Sure.
So I think that's where I am. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, my love. I really appreciate you being here. Makazi, talk to us. I've been calling you. Ah, way. Go.
Oh Lord.
And it's not necessary, eh?
It is really not necessary, and I feel like as women married and divorced, we have turned this whole topic into competition. You were loved like this, and you were loved like this, so therefore you are worthy and you are not worthy. And then I actually wanted to get on to this conversation much earlier, but so there were responsibilities, so now I'm in. But I think the one thing, I've been married now, I've been with my husband for 2 years, and obviously early days. And I think the one thing that I will always say, baby, the life is not so the one thing that I think it's very important to emphasize is the fact that marriage is a commitment.
Sure.
When we get into this thing, my husband, my husband likes to talk too much. Anyway, it is a matter of when we got into this marriage, what is it that we want to achieve?
Sure.
And how are we going to get to it we want to get to? A lot of the times, what really happens is that people allow any marriage for it to go forward. What needs to be the goal? The people who got into the marriage, for example, my husband and I, any third party that has anything negative to say about our union, and objectively so. If, for example, if a friend of mine says, your husband, you need to get out. You need to get out. Because, for example, if my husband and I have a disagreement and whatnot, and you want to chip in, get rid of this and that, our marriage is not going to continue. If the most immediate people around us are coming with negative information instead of building us. So what we did is that even if it is a relative, it is a closest friend, it is the most immediate person, if you are coming here with negative information and you're telling us things that really don't make sense, you need to go out. For example, if my husband goes out, you know what? I would have really appreciated if my husband was at home at 6 o'clock. Monanga suka half 6. You are going to tell me that, you see, he's like this and he's like this and he's like this and he's like this. And I'm like, it's really things that are really not that intense.
Sure.
People will turn them into such a big matter to the two of you.
Yeah.
That you don't even really look at it and say it's something of that was really that negative that I must completely throw this person away. Because if we look at it, marriage is like a friendship. How many times do we forgive our friends? I bet some of us are still friends with our high school varsity friends and all the friends that we've had with all these years, and they have even done worse things. Definitely,
sure.
Just as the bridal shower and
yes.
all of these things at such important stage, we forgive our friends.
I think it goes back to what Owami was saying, to say what is a deal breaker for you may not be a deal breaker for the next person. You get what I'm saying? So there are things which work for you, and there are things which, like, for example, you might want an open marriage, you know, where you have other members, but for other people, that's a taboo.
And what I always say is that the one thing that always crushes marriages are third parties.
Sure.
If you and your person can sit together and discuss, or hey, my love, for example, if you decide that, you know what, if something happens in this household that is a problem, and we realize that, hey,
Sure.
Let's stop drinking the wine. Let's stop addressing situations. Let's wake up in the morning and decide that, you know what, we'll talk about these things when we are sober.
Sure.
Because we really, as people, we afford our friends and our families and whatever. My husband and I, we actually got to a point in it, even families were like, you know what, you want to come with this and cut off. Because not everybody is going to be happy for you.
Sure.
And not everybody. People might sit and smile and say, oh, we are so happy you're getting married. But you'll see them towards the time when you get married. What if you come to nobody wants to do anything. It's like, you decided that you want to get married, make it happen for yourselves. You decided that you want to do this, make it happen.
Makazi, just to let me just interrupt you there a little bit. You know what is the tricky part now, which is very, very, like the line is very thin between you cutting off people when you're married and you keeping people when you're married. Because remember, should push come to shove, and then you guys have to go your separate ways, or really things are really bad and you need support, like external support. Because in as much as you are saying that the two of you together can make it work, because even when you met there was no third party, right? But there could be, you could get to a point where you really need somebody support. But when you cut people off and then you say that it's just the two of us, we're doing this together.
Let me explain that to you. And I'm so glad you brought that up. And then when I have a problem, I will not phone my mother-in-law. I will go and I'll discuss it with my mother. And then my mother will listen to me and what I have to say and will say, sometimes my child, you're being...
Okay, apparently there's a lot of echo coming on your end. I don't know, maybe if you can go out and then I'll request again.
Let me... my husband said he's switched on a speaker. I think it's the speaker that he has.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Is that fine?
Okay, we'll hear from the people.
Is it better? Yes, it's fine now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. My husband was playing the speaker here. I think what is very important, like what I was saying, you know, when you were relating to cutting people off, when I have an issue, if my husband has done something that I am really not happy with, I will contact my mother and I'll say, Mom, this and this is going on. And then my mother will look at me and say, you know what, my child, this, it's fine. My mother will actually call my husband's mom.
Okay.
And she will say, hey, my child came here and she is not happy about this and this. And it also doesn't make me comfortable. Or this must happen. Sort it out immediately. And that's how we deal with situations, is that our mothers, and we actually let them bond to that level that they hang out together, they do this. Nami don't invite to the jacuzzi, having a nice time. So we have actually made them bond on that level so that they are not, even now we have a family trust, my husband and I, our mothers sit on that thing.
You see, it's a good thing that at least you have one thing that works for you. For you guys who have mothers, you know, somebody who doesn't have a mother, this is not going to work for them. You get what I'm saying?
But that's the thing that I'm saying, is that it really helps in a sense for us. And that's why I'm saying that our situation is that we really have, his mother would never wake up and think that I would ever do anything malicious to her. Actually, when she wants something, she won't call my husband. She will phone me and say, Makazi, the Kombela, 1, 2, 3. And then I'll go there and be like, oh, your mom needs this. I will look at the budget and I'll say this. And I think a man, and when I was coming to the issue of a lot of the times, honestly, if we are to look at marriages that got destroyed, those marriages were not destroyed by the husband and wife involved with them. It was either the husband had friends that were like this, or the family. My husband actually come to me. I'll ask him, hey, you used to hang out with such and such. Where's that person? And my husband will come and look at me and say, hey, my love, remember last time when I went out with this person? When we arrived there, he started talking girls and table and say, let's go home with girls. And my husband would say, I'm not going to hang out with someone who would want to do that situation. If that is the situation that he's married in, that is his marriage, but I will not put myself in that situation to risk our marriage. So
You know, I think I will disagree a little bit with you. I'm with you, but I will disagree with you just a little bit now in my opinion, because I feel like if we're going to be blaming friends for what our partners are doing, then that means that even for him to marry
I am not saying friends necessarily.
Okay.
I am saying
third parties.
thing to myself is that when it comes to a lot of the times when marriages break up, see, a lot of people are complaining about it. When I say third party, I'm not talking about just friends alone.
Yeah, but friends are very common. They are very commonly blamed for people's marriages coming to an end.
When I say third parties, I'm talking about in-laws.
Sure.
In-laws, everybody, you know,
Sure.
and that's what in-laws, families, and whatever. Because
Sure.
I know I have those struggles as well.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, when marriage is, a man doesn't just decide that he's going to wreck his family for no reason. And what I'm going to say from that is, a man goes out and starts cheating and doing that. Of course, you don't know about.
Sure.
Exactly. There's no man who, let's say if it's a group of 6 men, it is not possible that all those other 5 men are loyal to the wives and he just decides to be the loner and he does those people. So what I'm saying is that my husband will literally say, Ori, hi, I don't hang out with this person because this person exposed me to this type of environment, and this environment I know will bring problems to our household, so I don't want it. Or this friend is doing this type of thing, even if it's a girlfriend, whatever. Oh, my mother is doing this and she's sidelining you and doing that stuff. That's what I'm saying, that marriages don't break up because of the two. It is when they get in that situation, other people start getting involved, because now when you're getting married, it is no longer just between you and that person who's your boyfriend. Now when you're getting married, it is your brother and sister-in-law and involved. It is now your mother and father, everybody. So all of those lifestyles are coming together.
I get you.
That if a man can stand up and say, this is the path that I'm walking with this person. What my mother says doesn't matter. What my friends doesn't matter. What my
Sure.
friends does. It's marriage is a commitment, and that is a big commitment.
No, I hear you. I hear you. And I agree with you. It's just that because I wanted to I don't know, maybe I must just say it so that if anybody here on the live maybe is having that type of thing, Yauri, in terms of third parties being involved in people breaking apart. We are quick to blame other people except the very person that is involved, because I feel like it's the same thing applies to when your partner is cheating on you. Instead of you holding him accountable, you would rather go for the side chick, because the side chick is the one who gave him love potion. This always goes back to accountability, to say two people who got married must be equally and 100% accountable for everything that happens in the marriage without having to blame the third party. Because in as much as this person is an adult who decided to marry you, are you saying to me that this person made a good decision when they wanted to marry you, Mara? When they made a bad decision, somebody else influenced them? That means this person's mind does not work. Even choosing you was a bad idea. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning they're not, you get what I'm saying? Because I always say that, because I remember that a lot of times people would say to me, hey, your ex has been influenced, his friends, what. I'm like, so if this guy was influenced by his friends, then that means that we should have never gotten married in the first place, because maybe even the friends were the ones who influenced him to marry me. You get what I'm saying? So people must be held accountable for whatever part that they're doing, because you will be surprised to find that actually your husband is the leader of the pack in these bad decisions that are being made. But because that person is dear to your heart, we would rather blame other people. So in terms of third parties being involved in a marriage and causing contributing to it falling apart, people only get involved because doors get to be opened and they are welcomed into a union.
Exactly. What I'm saying to you is that I'm saying that
okay, somebody's supposed to mute. Queen, just mute. I'm gonna be with Queen now. Makazi, we are wrapping up, ne? So that Queen can go next.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry, my love. I'll do it for you. Don't worry, don't worry. Just stay here, Makazi. We are. I'll mute for you. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, I've muted Queen. Makazi, you can proceed.
Yes, I think back to what I was saying is that my husband will come and let me know that I don't hang around with such and such because they did this and this in my presence.
Sure.
Behavior that I even want to get familiar with. So therefore, I don't hang around with them. So
Sure.
that's why I'm like, in my marriage, I feel very secure because
Yes.
I have a husband who
Totally.
will come home and tell me that. And I'll ask him over how. You used to hang out with him, drink with him. I haven't seen him in 4 or 5 months. What happened? And he'll say, I went out with that person and he did this. So that's why I keep on saying that it is about commitment.
Sure.
If my husband was not committed to our relationship, he would have sat there and drank with those girls, maybe possibly gone home with them. But he said, I am going home, and he came home and said, my love, when I left and my husband, when he leaves the house, he that you up something. I don't say that. My husband doesn't meet anyone in the street. Anybody who says I'm going out to have drinks with my husband comes inside the house. And they will come to me and say, I'm going out with your husband. We are
Sure.
going to go have drinks. We'll be back at 11 o'clock.
Sure.
Sharp. My husband came back and he said, my love, I went there and then it became a different situation and someone was saying, let's go here and there and there. These girls, we've called them up. And my husband said, go and do what you want to do. When you left my home, we told my wife that this is what it is. So that's what it is. So that's why I keep on saying that marriage is a commitment.
Sure.
My husband would have gone out and done that and did what he wanted to do. But he was like, no.
No, I do get you, and I really appreciate your input. I think it is really going to help a lot of people because really, some of us think that these things don't exist, and when we get people who actually give us that, confidence to say actually these things do exist, I think for me it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I appreciate you sharing that. I see somebody bitter here. I don't know whether these bitter people are divorced people or people who are still waiting to get married or their side chicks. Now somebody's saying wait until he shows you that he's the ringleader. Don't be bitter, guys. We are here to iron out things, no bitterness. Okay.
And that's what people, and that's the one thing, when I talk about my husband, honestly, I have no words. My husband, every month, this is how much money it is.
Okay, can I ask you something? Because somebody's saying to me that I must go back to the topic because it seems like we are deviating a lot. But for me, now honestly speaking, I don't feel like we are deviating. I feel like this is what we are here for. But saying that we must go back to the topic, in a sense, Yauri, remember we are talking about the good and the bad, the honest truth about both marriage and divorce. Would you say that in everything that you're sharing with us, remember somebody is like me, I just said now a few minutes ago to say that your story is inspiring me to say really true love does exist, and if I could get myself somebody like that, then I know people like that actually still do exist. But if you are sharing content like that, ne, and you are being honest and truthful about the good and the bad that happens in marriages, would you say that there is something that you can share with somebody openly to say also, while things are good, there's also a side, there are certain things that in marriage you need to be, aware of. There are challenges which you must face, which you can openly share with people, because we want to see both sides, because we don't, right now, imagine I live here, I go get married because you shared a beautiful story, but only to find out, or the minute you hang up this phone, there's a clap which is going across your phone right where the phone was.
I am more than happy to share.
Sure.
And I think when I'm telling you all of these things, my husband and I, we met first time, okay, he still tries to say that Rogena, grade 6 guy, and I don't even remember that, but anyways, we met, as far as I'm concerned, we met when I was 30. But I think the one thing that was foundational for me was that he met me when I was a solid woman. I was a solid woman. I had all I was done. I was just like hanging out, whatever. But it was a process because he was used to being a single man doing his own thing. So to get him to be where I needed to him, it was a challenge. We really fought, and that's what I'm telling you, to a point where I used to look at him and say, no, he was used to being that guy where, for example, he just wants to go out, hang out with his friends and this and that. But I remember there was a day where he went out with his friends, and I think it was about 2 a.m. We were still dating, and I left the entire house and I left. And I came back the next day at 8 p.m. And I was like, you sit outside. You don't do this in my home. It's not behavior I'm willing to tolerate. So it's one of those things that from the get-go, you must let someone see what it is that you are willing to tolerate. And he sat outside and he was calling me, texting me, why are you doing this? Hey, I'm outside. A client is calling, I need my laptop. I don't care. Oh, why do you feel that that's acceptable? Because one thing that I told me, and I said, okay, look here, when you left the home, you said you'd be here at 10 o'clock. You're tired too, and you were not here. Would you do that to a client? Would you do that to a business partner? Why feel that that's acceptable for me? And I locked the house and I left. And I left it like that. So, and a lot of things, and that's what I'm saying, that it's never easy. And I think a lot of things, and I actually, let me get to this, our biggest challenges were men, when they're in that stage of their lives, like they are friends with guys who do the same nonsense. So they all go, we can go out, we don't need to go back home, we can all behave like this, it's fine. But ever since we got married, I have never had those challenges because it was sorted out.
Okay.
And I think that element of the fact that our parents, even before we got married, they had each other's phone numbers, and if I had an issue, I could phone his mother because his mother knew that they were about to marry me.
Sure.
Even though my husband proposed 3, 4, 5 months after we met. So our things were very quick.
Okay.
But
now, if you know, if you are the one, you are the one. I mean, you don't have to wait for 5 years, eh?
And it was one of those things where his ex used to freaking come stop me when you're going to try and all of that nonsense because she was with for a good 10 years or whatever, and it was just what it was. But
okay. The one last thing that I would like to ask you before I let Queen in, or Queen to speak, is what is a technique, like a winning technique for you guys? What works for you in terms of resolving? Because I know that there are people that again, now obviously when I speak, most of my views are on my own personal experience or things that people share with me. Some people, when they have fought or when they've had a disagreement or they are quarreling or whatever, right? They don't sit and talk. Their method of dealing with problems is they wait for lights out, they have intercourse, they box each other in the, between the sheets, and then when they wake up the next morning, the problems are resolved. I just wanted to ask in your case to say, what healthy, okay, no, I don't want to say healthy technique, but what technique can you say works for you in terms of you resolving things so that things can go back to normal and run smooth?
Yeah, that's fine. I think the fortunate thing for us, and like I told you, we got married very quick. So my husband proposed 4 or 5 months into our relationship. So we immediately started premarital counseling.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So from that moment, so we then spent almost a year going through that. So even now, even if my husband and I, something so small, my husband and I cannot even go an hour without talking to each other because we learned those skills from the beginning of our relationship.
Sure.
So literally, we got engaged 5 months down the line. So 6 months down the line, my mom said, you know what? You guys, you say that you want to get married.
I will pay for your first session. If you like this person, continue. And we did that for a year. We actually haven't been back since. Because a lot of times when you meet, you have teething issues.
Sure.
Because this is someone that my husband and I moved in. We're living together 2 months into our relationship. So we had a lot of teething issues.
Yeah.
So I was actually able to say, you know what, you're complaining about this and this. Here's a person, and we actually wait for 3-hour sessions at a time. That's why we actually haven't been back there since. The last time we were there was about 3 months after we got married. So I always suggest premarital counseling because at least
Sure.
there's an objective party.
Sure. That one I definitely agree with you. Sorry about the noise.
Counseling is very important. People need to talk because at least there's someone who, and I think my husband is very he's an introvert.
Sure.
So at least our counselor was a man. So he was
more comfortable. Sure.
Yes, so then it was one of those things where he was able to look at me and say that, you know what, your husband is not comfortable or address such and such a thing. So we did that immediately. That's why I'm like, now we haven't been back since. Now we talk. One thing that he suggested for us, he said, you know what, at the end of every day, the two of you sit down together and talk. If someone did something that upset you in the morning, or someone did something that upset you an hour ago, whatever, make time, an hour at the end of every day, to just sit, just the two of you,
Sure.
and say, hey, you know, my love, when you said this and you put it like this, it really didn't sit well with me. So premarital counseling, before we even got into this, was really a life changer, and I would always recommend it. And I don't want to say anything bad about maybe religious, whatever, because
Sure.
I have a lot of people who are now divorced and they did it their religious way.
Sure. I agree with you there.
Yeah. No, you just need someone who is actually a proper professional.
Yeah, I say it openly to say, even at churches, I think I said it even somewhere in this life, to say churches must get people, or people who are going to be ordained as counselors of the church, they must at least go for some quick crash course nyana, so that they understand what they're dealing with. Because people are just saying, that's how it is, just fast for 3 days, no.
Already 6 months after we met, we had already started that process.
Sure.
To say, okay, what don't you like that your wife does? How would you like
that's good.
Because a lot of the times I find that women, we are very masculine these days. And we are very straight, direct to the point or whatever. And we want to say, hey, we don't do this. But we don't take the time to understand our partners. So I also had to learn to rein myself in and be like, you know what, I don't have to be so harsh.
Sure.
When I want to get a certain point across.
Sure.
So the premarital counselor,
I agree with you on that one. Definitely.
Louis Rodaport, he really helped us. We actually haven't seen him in a year now.
Sure. No, I do get you, and really what you have shared is just the thing that was missing, but I'm not sure anymore what more is still missing. But we're gonna continue with Queen. Queen, please do share with us, talk to us, Queen. I think Makazi has shared like a whole lot of really, really insightful information, and I know that Queen is going to share Queen and controversy, a very married woman who is apparently bad influence. Talk to us, Mama. Okay, I think because I muted her, let me unmute her. Let me unmute Queen. Hey, Queen and controversy. Hey, I saw her trending the other day here on TikTok. It's like, Aibo, me Queen, very me Queen, bua hle. I try to. Yeah. Okay, I think she's back. Yes, I can hear you. I'm good. How are you, my love?
And now I'm loud,
I know. I've seen you on the TikTok streets. You are the speaker. You should be Madam Speaker, and I should be Queen.
Yes. And let me first be the person that I am. I am a very open person. I am very bubbly. I am, you know, you get what I'm saying? I don't like hiding things. And I'm one person, if I didn't talk, I should. I don't think I'm that person. A sharp tongue.
Sure.
Okay, let me start by saying this. I think if you turn to Oceana, she was married, divorced, married again. I'm that person. And then now you know why we are driving. I think the network is over there. But I'm with the person that I'm married now. Like 8 years now. And the woman is,
Sure.
So you like a nyala, divorce, like a nyala.
Sure.
And with me, I'm one person, my happiness comes first. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm that person, I love myself, Jenny. I don't care what I'm married. My happiness comes first, the rest will follow. That's me. And then Makati, when with me, I can't just so. I had to none my husband because of family. Family sometimes I too much like remember this family banally aware of manipulating.
Sure.
My ex-husband loved me dearly. I want you to get me. That guy loved me dearly. He's no more. I want you to I hope I'm correct.
Yes, we are hearing you.
But the family is aware of manipulating. Banally aware of manipulating Banababona. So with me, I end up because of banally, you know,
Sure.
we pray to go guy, whatever. Okay, it's fine. But now I moved on. This thing you have to have that exit plan. Now I like you know, I'm so grateful now. So that abusive and whatever. I'm like making me stupid. I'm like these people they making me stupid. Already I'm gone. I'm here, but I can tell you more at all. You get what I'm saying? So let her move on. And I had to already fixing my things, and then done. And then I divorce. I think it's divorce. I can kill it 2 years, 3 years.
Oh.
That's thing now feel a bit because next is the next. Yeah, to get out of the this thing family again I'm going to Banababona. I had no divorce. I reconcile whatever family, whatever social work, whatever everything, whatever marriage counselors. I was like, no, I'm done. You understand? Up until the Yalona history, I'm done. This thing Yalona in now. Let me put you how big I am. If you was that guy was on Wednesday, in it, you know, I preach I'm not that person or
Sure. Ha! Queenie! Hey, you are the steering. Hey, Bo, you are lying. Ha! Queenie, you are the leader of the pack. Hey? Mm.
So how do I move on?
Sure.
Okay, I remember, I will never forget, it was on Wednesday, Saturday, and you know what? blah 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 ka bana ba bangata and le family ya high hey uli tjena okay now I'm a very powerful, trust me, I'm very strong. That one I'm not gonna lie to you. I stand I give it to I give it I'm that person and then I'm a very hard working person. So when you know like I was more like I think Kima Oceana, yes, Oceana had in a contributor more than than the husband. So Lena in that person, I was doing more than him, everything he planning this, it was me. Okay, fair enough, it's fine. I think it's what I want to hand out to the Sokolakana, Hana divorce, Hana who support the Banaka. No, it's fine. After all, I was doing everything. Kitabana copy. Not to worry, can I get it just up with the Arab person? No, don't get me wrong. Can I get the Bamuri? Can I get the Bakita support the Banabaka? Jolaka had to support the Liena and the Atlaka. Okay, so enough cards one. I think now to what next to me now to just that it up. And then to this guy
The brick owner, the one who took the brick and did the job. My brother.
And your brother.
Hey.
And then this guy, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I want you to get this. The guy taking I think he was about 13 years, myself husband. 13 years. And this one, now we're like 15 years.
Wow.
To get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, and then this one, I can be like, oh, yeah, I'm here, like, I'm explaining like the person that I am. I can't hide anything. I think
Sure.
you guys got the videos about I'm called.
Sure.
The person that I am, this is me. I'm like this. I'm here like, with the person that I am. I don't stop anything.
Sure.
Whatever you got to yes. Why do what I like about my husband? I think he likes to talk to my yellow, especially how to yellow.
Sure. Sure. Mm.
Now with me, you know what I did when I did anyone I'm explaining like a popular girlfriend before Kinyala.
Sure.
Mm.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Trust me, even if you popularize the next person, I'm going to get married again. I'm not gonna do what they said because I'm not actually so. I'm gold. I mean, that's why I'm a queen.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know who I am. I'm not gonna settle for less. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep doing what is in happy. So with my husband now, what I love about my husband, I'm one of those people that are ring. Just if people have a whoever and a whoever the really take it. I tell you how about Bagajana good communities, how Babona, whatever DMs are how to never to bury pay. Then now I'm that person. How do you really because of me? You will let the person that Halambatu, never to around me. Then I'm not claiming. I'm one of them. Just that I don't like people. This I say the Arab life, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes when you won't have a dual like bow judge according to young understand about who label. So with my husband, I think I go about remember the return soldier, blah blah blah.
You are going back to war now. Second World War II now.
You know what I love about this guy? Yes, and I know what I'm saying. That's stubborn and I know do. My husband is a very stubborn guy. He's a very stubborn guy, but there's one thing I can how about a happy wife, happy home?
Wow.
You know what? And different than however you are.
Yes.
Mm.
Sure. Sure.
You know, they had to disown my husband. That family
Yo.
had to disown my husband. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
My husband disown because of me.
Mm.
It's fine. I don't care. But I'm not even disown. I have to protect you because
Yeah.
I protect. Then what you are hiking so trust me, I'm one of those people that don't worry. I'm happy. Trust me, I cannot complain. Yes, because of yes, and how especially how to plan something. How to plan something. Over the shock, and pay better. How you root to Hannah, no, but over we let's need to talk your way better. Otherwise, we are finding like a 15 years killing. I don't love you too.
Waba welela apha entweni. World War II.
And I'm still saying, if I'm not happy, I'm going.
Yeah.
But there is nothing I will get higher. So like I am, but if you would that change, our hands are handling. And the husband of my husband is told the other person, I'm still gonna get married. You rather I come back to keep business. It's okay. I'm not gonna go to that person for nothing.
Yo.
But outside these people have our respect. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, otherwise
Yo.
the content I think we go.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, I'm not saying but I think but finally that problem. Yeah, but what I'm sure that problems that when I have about 2 for yes, I'm saying how I don't really happy every day. No, when I
Yes. Yes.
but you go now, but this is just life. Yeah, hi, this is this fairy tale thing. How do you yes, the Linyalo had in 90, had in 100%.
Sure.
There is no way, but it's got like a sour curry, and Manyaro gonna have sour. So you want to get attacked with you by saying, guys, how does get somebody to matter? We have to
Yes.
Linyalo, sour sometimes, but how to that?
Yes. Yes.
So that's all. But I was love. My ex-husband to Nanrata. I took him to Amaka. Just to go have over manipulator. Even where I am, sometimes you are there. Even the uncle,
Yeah.
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 I'm a queen.
Yo. Queen way. Queen. You are the queen that you think that you are. Wangutwa, you are the queen that you think that you are. You don't need anybody to come and tell you you are the queen.
I am a queen.
Oh.
And then what now learn to love yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when you love yourself, even about the bonus, don't expect too much from your husband.
Sure. Queen, you can't go look like a potling, man. I can put you in my pocket and take you everywhere.
You see, so we cater too much also get about weak and not to worry about because of Bakadabana, but stand your ground. How so that you away, but
yeah. Yeah. Oh.
But please don't compromise your happiness.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Aisha. Maybe I don't have anything to add on to what you just said. Okay, I think we're having a communication breakdown there.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. So what I'm saying that it was also something that I struggled with. Men are very influenced by their families. If a man can tell his mother, his sister, hey, leave my a man must understand that I am not relations with those people because I chose them.
Yeah.
Those people came because of you. So if a man is strong enough, a lot of marriages that break up is because he can't tell his mother that no, my wife wants this and that. He can't tell his brother that he's not. If a man cannot tell his mother, his father, his brother, his sister that this is not wife, it is his responsibility from those people. And I also struggled with it at the beginning when I met my husband, Mara. Once he was able to say, cut it, stop it.
Okay, I think Makadzi, there's a bit of a problem here. I can't hear you well. Yeah, it's really, really bad on your side. Yeah, it's really, it feels like I'm listening to radio, you know, your Bachti Gini so. Or is it somebody else? Lady TMC, hi.
Please mute. It's Queen.
Is it Queen? Should I mute you? Okay, let me mute, let me mute Queen. You.
Can I chip in?
Yes, of course. Come through. Who's chipping in? Is it Lady TMC hats?
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm coming in. Anna. Let Anna come in. It's Anna.
Oh, okay. Yes, you may come through.
Yeah, I'm saying I've been struggling with network because of load shedding. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sis.
Okay. What I just want to comment on is this, when Makati was speaking, you can see the comments, that division that we are talking about here.
That bitterness that we are here, the chibi there, the reason why we are here.
It was here.
Yeah.
Marriage should be like that. We should talk about our husbands every second sentence.
And it should not bother us divorcees.
I'm waiting for you 10 years. What? Exactly. It should not bother us. And why do we want her to wait for 10 years to see tears? It's like we are praying for that doom already. So the topic live today on this live.
Okay. Let me ask a general question here on the people on the comment section. Guys, what is so annoying when somebody says nice things about their husband? What is the problem? What is it in your heart? Which part of your heart is paining when somebody says nice things only about their husbands?
I also say that I actually went to those comments. People were saying the most nastiest things.
But I need to, guys, I don't know. Maybe I'm cut from a different fabric because I don't understand.
2-3 years. Oh, you will see. I'm like, what is that?
I don't understand.
You know, they were saying you are in your honeymoon phase. I'm literally saying that my husband, he will not hang out with a man who is destroying his home. He does not do that. He will come back to me and say, hey, my love, I no longer want such and such and such because he kissed another woman in my presence. And that is not the influence I want for myself. Why is, are people on some, oh, yeah, your husband.
Trust me, it's not only you. They are doing this too. The people on the comment sections, you guys, I'm not turning against you. Today I'm turning against you. They were saying the same thing to the Red family member, like, finish, Pezangoku. I read a comment here where somebody was like, Pezangoku. And she was sharing some nice information, but people are saying finish. Why? You only want divorce stories.
Good evening, ladies.
Hi, my sister.
It shows whenever
In my home. And I'm not saying that my husband was perfect from the beginning. I'm saying that my husband, and I even said that he went out, came back here early hours in the morning. I was gone.
Maybe Lady TMC will tell us the real reason why people are behaving in this manner. Maybe you have a solution, my sister. Can you tell us what's what?
We said that.
hello.
Hi, Sissy.
I'm good.
Give us solutions, please, my sister. We have a problem. Give us a solution.
We have a serious problem. The reason why most of the people are saying that you are still in a honeymoon phase, and that is envy. And then, unfortunately, envy is one of the demons. You cannot even detect it or see it from a distance. It only comes out when it has to react. And unfortunately, a behavior nobody can even control, including the owner. So there is nothing wrong for a person to be in a good marriage. And then there's nothing wrong for a person to be in a bad marriage.
Sure.
It's just that it is unfortunate because of we always want the good.
Yes.
And what I can tell you is that God did not promise us all the good things all the time.
Sure.
So meaning that each and every marriage is unique and it goes through its own seasons. And two, some of the marriages are not meant to be fair. They are not even supposed to exist.
Sure.
So when they come to an end, it's not because of the woman did this or the man did that. It's because of it was not part of the calendar or the agenda.
Sure.
You know, I've been listening to your topic, Madam Speaker. No, I'm not divorced. I'm still married and I believe in marriage.
Please say you are. Don't say you are still married, my sister. Say you are married.
I'm married.
Yes, thank you.
I'm married. I'm still in this marriage.
Kana, when you say still, it's like maybe you are waiting for something. Go pilinyana kwale. You are married. You are married. Sure.
Anything comes up, like I said, that not all marriages belong to God, and not all of them should stay.
Sure.
Until,
Sure.
there are reasons that I'm going to state in the process of saying this.
Okay.
Because the reason why I'm saying this now is because of most of the people they believe or no. Madam Speaker is talking about divorce and this thing, and then all of a sudden, this is a war. This is another era. The same way that there was an era where women were being told, or no, Basadi also want to go to work. This is the same thing that we are facing. We are facing a stage where it's no longer a case for a woman to leave marriage.
Sure.
Before, when I did a little tour of thing, she was supposedly to be kicked out. That's why that is where the community or the chief will take basadi ba ba divorce to say lena lo dula kwa. Then ask yourself for a nare ba kae banna ba ba divorce.
Yes.
Not there.
Yes.
And then this thing needs to go as far as to they need to come out and tell us about their divorces.
Sure.
Because of now they are very quiet and they are going through the same divorces. If
Sure. Sure.
so meaning that somewhere else.
Sure.
So let's go to the topic, divorce, the issue of divorce. You know, there is one thing, guys. There is nothing wrong about discussing about divorce. The same way as a funeral. It's there, it's a reality appeal. So the reason why people hate it when people are publicly talking about divorce and they say that no, I'm pusha divorce, and this and that is because of they believe that it's a taboo. So the same way we are feeling we're talking about sex to our kids, it's a taboo. And now we've broken that wall.
Yes.
This is another wall that needs to be broken. So there is nothing about that. And two, the information that is being shared here on the social media is general information that
Sure.
you choose to take or leave. And then it is an awareness.
Sure.
Because of the people who went through dangerous situations in the name of marriage.
Yes.
And now they are out and they are talking. And you are going through a similar thing.
Yeah. But you are staying. Excuse me. Oh, Lady TCM, I think we have lost you there. Or is it me?
Yeah, and then I just want to say from my side, I just saw the comments that I was really ridiculed. And the comments that were coming in, like, very nasty. Like, oh, wait for him, he will do this, he will do that. And I'm like, this whole platform, we said, let us share both sides of the story. If my husband wakes up and he decides to do some other things, that's what he wakes up and he decides. But now, as where we are and what we are doing, he is someone who is very committed to what it is that him and I are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
So why must I say, you know what, if my husband goes out with someone and he sees a friend of his cheating on his wife, he says, I no longer hang out with that person. That's why you don't see them in our house anymore. Why must we all need to, he's just pretending to whatever. That is a choice that your husband makes. Now I'm saying that I will no longer hang around with people who does what to provide. That is my choice and the caliber of people that I want to lead. So now why must people be making comments on some, he's just
Yeah. Because the pressure then comes. Pressure, usually people succumb to pressure because of that. Because now you work on, I want to prove a point, I want to make it work. No, you do your thing.
Yeah, so don't feel bad about it. Let me continue.
Sure.
So the other thing is that I was saying that the information that is being shared here, it's a general information. It's not a legal information.
Sure.
It might be that a legal perspective is shared. However, it does not mean that that clause will be applicable in your process. Ne?
Sure.
And then the other thing that we need to pick up is that this is one of the platforms where people are coming here as a healing process. Would you be happy when you see a person next time ever know this lady committed suicide because of that? She couldn't take the fact that she went through divorce or this thing. And people don't want the awareness to come to them. Imagine the way we had to break the issue sex and women working. It was one of the things it was so big. So this is an opportunity for each and every individual to go back and assess the quality of their marriage.
Sure.
When you assess it, you will be able to pick up some of the things that you were thinking, oh no, this is one of the best things, and then I'm supposed to be this. Then you start realizing that, no, basically, this is an achievement. It's not necessarily an achievement. Ne? So, and then the other thing that I wanted to cover is that people should be aware that when a person is going through divorce, there is a lot of stages that they go through, and nobody would ever influence you or push you to go through a divorce. Not even a sentence that is kept or that is uttered by your mom or your dad. You will go through divorce because of you are ready to go through that.
I see. Sorry to interrupt you there. I see Morena is saying, but divorce is still a bad thing. We can't, yes, it exists, but we can't celebrate it. It's like death.
May I comment?
Can I say this?
Okay.
I would like to comment. There is no one who goes through divorce by choice. When people decide to divorce, and I think that's what I want to address. When a woman decides that, you know what, I am divorcing, it is because she has tried every and anything. Divorce is never a woman's first option. When a woman is a man's first option, a lot of the times families have come together, they've spoken before about matters, they've done this. I mean, there's been divorce in my family, and that's what I want to put this across, is that families have come together to try and resolve these issues. People have come together, this and this, and in our circumstance, I'll say even the police have been involved. It is never a first option. So people must never look at it and say that we are crowning divorce. Divorce happens when there is no other alternative but for
Sure.
people to separate.
Sure. But I think you are missing it a little bit there, my sister, because the issue at hand is, why are we celebrating it? Because I honestly feel like I should have done a divorce party. Why are we celebrating something which is like death?
Let me say this.
Okay.
There are others that we celebrate. If a person believes or celebrate a death, it's because of one accept the decision that God has done in their lives.
Sure.
Two, currently people are judging but no, but the funeral is because of they are celebrating the life of the person they were with.
Yes.
I stated first when I got here already, there are some marriages that are not meant to be there.
Sure.
So when a person is relieved, we celebrate.
Okay.
When a person currently is free, we celebrate.
Sure.
When a person we celebrate. This is because of she has went out of the another danger.
Yes. I love you. Ish.
So why are we not supposed to celebrate the death of a person or and has lived his life to fulfillment and also wants to be celebrated. If you believe that death is a curse to you, then let it be to you. And then if now somebody believes that the marriage that I went through, it was troublesome, I need to celebrate being free, then let them do that. So you cannot even impose what you feel on others.
Yes, yes,
Because of
absolutely.
now, you might think, I'm going through this journey alone, and now I feel I'm free. Why should I not celebrate freedom?
Exactly.
Celebrating freedom in South Africa while people have
Hey, man.
died. She celebrate every year.
Yeah, we shouldn't be celebrating because what Chris Hani have died. We must not celebrate freedom.
I'm celebrating. So, this thing. Let me do this thing quickly and get done. They will not end commenting.
Sure.
So the other thing that I wanted to cover is that there's a lot of anger that goes within a person higher through divorce.
Sure.
There's a lot of emotions and guilty and that feeling, the psychological effect, maybe I should have done something.
Yes.
So when they have moved to another state, it's like your breathing stages.
Sure.
So when they have moved to another stage, they will be celebrating the previous one and sharing with people. So this would be an awareness to them. And then people are asking themselves, why are people celebrating when they are divorced?
Sure.
Guys, there is healing when a person has went through a war and
sure.
so that is a health benefit for that person.
Sure.
So that person would get into shape because of he was being distracted mentally. Three, now it's a chance where they have learned themselves and they're picking up from the love they lost.
Yes.
I blocked myself trying to please this person. And now they are more even free. There are those people, they are not even able to grasp some of the opportunities or even improving their skills in other things because of this person. And now that they are going through this rebirth, they are free.
Sure.
Let's allow them. And some of them, guys, they are even learning how to manage money.
Sure.
They are managing their money very well, and their finances are going positively. Hence, they have time to even go abroad by your celebrate.
Yeah.
So can we celebrate with those people? And then those who are going through a good marriage, can we also celebrate with them?
Sure. And be inspired.
That, yes, it's not all marriages that would end up in tears.
Yes.
Some of them, they end up in tears because of what we tolerated and that we have never taught those people how to love us. So when they don't know how to love us, they will treat us however they want to.
Yeah.
So let's let this thing respect a person who is going through whatever they want or the situation.
Yes.
Support that person throughout without even taking a decision for them.
Yeah.
And then when now you are very, very safe to say that I'm going out of a divorce, there's no reason for you to judge because of we judge the fact that you are getting married. We judge the fact that you are divorcing. We judge the fact that you decided to buy this and that. So this is not about you.
Yes.
It is very selfish that we take ownership of other people's lives
Yes.
and want to turn it into ours. So let's respect the fact that Perseverance chose to divorce because she could not stay there and celebrate the fact that she came out alive.
Yes.
There is one thing that I can tell you that I picked up from the lady Obaba Mopata yesterday in the Lani.
Yes.
They said the lady was not married to the guy. It is so unfortunate because of Bakuhabo, and then when we are here, some would say that I have stayed in a marriage after 50 years. And then when somebody tells you that we don't tolerate that, I don't tolerate that.
Sure.
When you also follow the right processes, and then we will be saying something else. And imagine, Corey, that guy had a full right work.
Yeah.
But the lady was sitting there believing that she's the wife.
Yeah.
And we were fighting all along. It was a clear thing. So it is so complicated. Guys, let's
It's so
be
painful.
honest. If you know that it's not suitable for you, leave.
Yeah.
And then use all the avenues. There is something for you to leave and go for good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot for your platform.
You have said a mouthful. Oh, really, I don't want to add or subtract anything to what you have said. I think you have shut it down. You have shut it down for us. Right on time for our life to come to an end, unfortunately. Right on time for our life to come to an end, guys. You know what? We can go on for hours. We've been here for 3 hours now. Our cutoff time is 9, and now it's 9. I think we must just do our conclusion for those who are still here, and then we wrap it up. If we have to do a part 2, then we can always set up another live. We come back and we engage some more, because the one thing that I feel like we have not covered a lot, I want people who are on the comment section, you people who are on the comment section, I want you to join the live and tell us, guy, where is the pain coming, which part of the body, ne? But because now time is not on our side anymore, we can always have a second leg. As I will inbox those who are willing. I wait. I'm gonna take a list. Who is willing to come in the live and tell us, guys, Mina shame, yes, the way I'm such an honest and open person. I wish people were like me. So that if I was feeling pain when somebody tells a good story, I was gonna say, it's paining me because. So you guys don't wanna be open and honest about that part.
Why do you celebrate divorce?
Yeah, you know, for me, if you look at it, the people who don't want us to celebrate divorce, because I remember a lot of people who attack me on my content, it's male figures, right? And the reason why divorce should not be celebrated, in my view, is that when their wives see me celebrating, then they'll be like, oh, can't you on the other side, you know? Because there's one guy who commented, I put his comment, I've marked his comment. I'm gonna do a video after that. It's like, if I find my wife's comment here, if I find my wife anywhere here on your videos, then it's over between me and you. So I don't really think that people don't understand. People really do understand. Yes, they are. And they are marking their territory. Now they are marking it on the wrong person, because they don't know me. Okay? I don't take instructions from them, because a whole lot of them, when they come here, they'll be like, no, you are bashing man, you are this, you must stop. I'm like, I don't take instructions from you. So because now the thing is that when I'm now celebrating and I'm showing that I'm doing fine, guys, I'm not this is the best years of these are the best years of my life. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie and hide that, you know. And for somebody to be seeing me like that, and when they were using me as bad example, and things are actually working out for me, it's a problem now to say, okay, this one is celebrating. Now my wife is gonna see, the wife that I'm abusing is gonna see that actually the grass is actually greener on the other side. Then there's a chance that this woman might leave me. So that's where the threat is. That's why I'm a threat. Not because there's no need to celebrate divorce, because it's nonsense to say if I survived something that could have killed me and I must not celebrate it because it's a taboo, it's like death. You can tell that nganegwane to your wife because she believes everything, not me.
And you know, can I
forgot this point. I forgot this point that people do not want such content because they hate to admit.
Sure.
I forgot to put that.
Sure.
They fail to admit that there is a loss that you go through. They fail to admit that they are going through situations that they are not going through, and they are hiding it. So they are requesting you to say that the reason why we started knowing it's when people started talking.
Yes.
And then it was something that should be hidden so that nobody has fear.
Yes. Yes.
But the moment the information came out,
yeah,
that's when people started to admit. It's true. It's true. But let me tell you, now this is another stage that people need to know that yes, there are people who are suffering in marriage. Yes, there's no chance for you to live a marriage. Yes, God hates marriage.
Hates divorce, yes.
God does not even want anyone to go through difficulties in their marriage. Hence, a marriage ends immediately when somebody starts fornicating.
Oh, Wami said that and they were bashing her. She said that when somebody was saying, no, evil people, TikTok is evil, it's pushing divorce. And she's like, listen, the marriage is blessed by God until you cheat. Then you are on your own there. You are on your own.
Deceive
Ah. Yo.
I am telling you, like, babang, like, you don't understand. I was like, these people, nah, it's sorry. I always say this. Please, lenyalo is something you know, it's not a ubeli manello. How long would you to a divorce? But you have to die of depression because of
Yo.
you have to die of depression because of you have to die of depression because of double story. Now you are going back go the back room. Do you have to die because of when I'm not Mercedes Benz?
Yo.
Now you look at life again. When I say that Marina, I am bitter.
You are bad influence. How do you? I thought bitterness was for us who are still divorced, not you who is remarried. You are supposed to be sweet, Mos. Kanti, what do these people want?
I always feel that.
Guys, let me know I'm so unbothered, eh? Eh?
Don't even trust her, but I believe in one thing. I still stated, if you are not happy, leave and get married again.
Yeah.
The reason why Mrana just recognized one is because of Nanza and Nalebanna Atamai.
Yeah.
So if now,
Lady T, why are you saying you can only two colors? Now I want you to address this. Or I can't talk.
Hey, Baringi.
Queenly, only the colors too.
Okay.
For people we don't understand. Remember what she has been through marriage.
Yes.
And then she's also divorced.
Yes. Yes.
So unlimited, whenever Ablela about other social issues, they but I can it. And then her Laga, the day I change on topic, Panabara no let me make it out. I'm married and I'm happily married. But I can tell you that if you're going through shit, leave, darling, get somebody else.
Yes.
There are challenges that are meant for you and there are challenges that are called by others to you. So those you should not even entertain.
Yes.
So, and the things that you should enjoy,
Yeah.
Thanks, my love. Add something.
Yes.
And I think one thing that I would just like to add that before I even got married, there were people in my family that had already been divorced. So before I left home, they told me, Ori, hey, if you see this and you experience this and you see that, come back home. You don't have time. We are not going to sit here with your husband's side of the family saying, hey, he slapped you, you're now back home, and we are going to sit and talk about this. They said, come back home. Because those were things that had already been experienced before in my family. So, and I think if you have that support structure, people that you know for a fact, if it doesn't work out, they will knock you down on you.
Yeah.
They will tell you that if it's not working, come back.
Yeah.
We also came back. So when you already have returned soldiers at home, you're like, it's fine.
They've already squashed the stigma. You know, the stigma is not there anymore.
The stigma is not there. It is if a man beats you up, and like we experienced very traumatic things. Very traumatic things. Even when I was so young, when I was in high school first, very traumatic things. And they all came back and said, hey, look here, you are going into this. Hey, if at any point this person does anything of any nature that is alongside this, come back.
Yeah.
Leave it. It is not worth it.
Yo, guys, I have to love you and leave you. Yes, I wish I could leave you here on my lives so that you guys can continue. But unfortunately, we have to wrap it up. This is so sad. My lives never want to end, but unfortunately, life has to happen. Yeah, I hope this was insightful, guys. I hope there's a thing or two that you picked, even on the negative side, to say these are the things that we are actually still facing. These challenges are ongoing, but also on the brighter side as well. I hope we're all able to learn, because I definitely learned a lot and I benefited a lot from this live.
Thank
Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you for being here, guys. Good night, guys. I love you and I appreciate you. But there is I'll see you on the next one. We'll talk, okay? We'll see what else we do next. If we have to continue with this one, let's do that. If we have to do other things, you know me, the whole year will be addressing issues. No jigga-jigging, no fear, nothing. We will be addressing. Why?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Guys. Good night.
Good night. Okay, we have ended things on this side. So for everybody who has missed the live, they will obviously be coming here on YouTube to catch up. I hope it was as insightful for you guys on this side as it was for everybody else on TikTok. I appreciate you guys being here, catching it fresh, and those who are still gonna come and watch, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and also just subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and also comment and tell me what else you would like us to address, things that you feel like it's worth having a live like this, because this was so insightful for me as well. So yeah, until we meet again on the next one, I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you and good night.